What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 18 of the Tasty Cast, our bi-weekly podcast where we talk about what we've been playing and other random topics. Unrestrained, we talk as long as we want, typically try and keep it around 2 to 3 hours, and welcome. Now, we always start out every Tasty Cast typically talking about what we've been playing, but first, my name's Seth.
I'm Chris.
I'm Cody.
I'm Chevy.
And you may notice this is actually coming out early. Typically, we have the Tasty Cast come out on Friday, but because we had the Game Awards and then we had PlayStation Experience, we figured get this out as early as possible, and so we're going to be discussing the Game Awards, watching some trailers from that, and checking out the PlayStation Experience. So make sure to stick around, watch it with us, get our reactions. Let us know in the comments your reactions. But let's start with what we've been playing. We're going to keep this short. Typically, we talk about this as long as we want, but we got a lot of shit to cover. So, games I've been playing, nothing really too new. I've been playing Titanfall 2 still, playing Warframe still quite a bit, Final Fantasy 15, which you've also been playing. We'll talk about that in a sec.
Yep.
And Steep, which make sure to check our videos on the Steep beta. Might do an updated video, but it's pretty much the same exact fucking thing, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15. You've also played it. What do you think?
I'm loving it, and I'm very glad because 10 years of waiting, I was really worried. So, I am having the same problem I have with most open world games, which is I get distracted, and I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly, but I am enjoying myself. I just have to remind myself to actually play the storyline from time to time. So,
yeah, the 10-year thing's really interesting because I was kind of worried about if the 10 years would matter or not. But so far when I'm playing it, I am seeing a lot of details in the game, a lot of added things like mini games, chocobo racing, stuff like that, and that's stuff that I think really. The 10 years seems like, even though a lot of it was delayed because of PS3 into PS4, it seems like they utilized that time to make a complete game versus something like, Last Guardian we haven't played yet, but like Duke Nukem Forever, stuff like that have had long production times that did not benefit.
well, Duke Nukem has at a disadvantage because of multiple people working on it as well.
Yeah.
So at least Final Fantasy didn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
I think another problem too is because it was originally supposed to be a Final Fantasy 13 title, and they had to reinvent it. So you still had a lot of the same stuff, but they had to kind of redo the whole process and just kind of keep the visual aesthetic. So, you guys watched me play a little bit today.
Yeah.
What do you guys think with what you've seen so far?
Looks really cool. I figured at one point I was going to buy it, but the little things that I watched you play, I'm like, man, yeah, I can get into it. Because I have no problem wandering in the game.
Yeah.
It'll take me a while to get through the quest or the storyline, stuff like that. So anything to distract me from that. Plus, it's Final Fantasy, so chocobos and mini games and cosmetic stuff and all that kind of music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because the whole AAA JRPG thing is kind of a rarity at this point, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of those. But it's just nice to see that much work and polish and content put into a JRPG, but also with them modernizing it with the combat system and a lot of the systems in the game.
Yeah.
The leveling feels more modern than an older RPG where you beat some guys and you level up, and this you accrue a bunch of experience and then you just watch your level fly up when you sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
It's hard to get used to.
no, I think it feels more streamlined.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna like it more just because I hate to say it, but it's more in the vein of a Call of Duty in the way the leveling works. It's just it's all the same. Leveling is leveling in games, but it just feels more reactive. You're getting stuff more often. And stuff like that,
for sure.
Which
Go ahead.
is something that a lot of games nowadays have to do because they have to keep you playing it.
Yeah.
If there's a long time to wait, people are going to be more inclined to want to stop playing it.
Right. I was going to say, I also think it helps streamline the process quite a bit because instead of having to pause after every battle and get those stats, you just keep playing and playing and playing and playing, and you have that one pause that does all of that real quick, knocks it out. So you just go through that step one time, at your choice versus like at the end of every single battle.
Yeah. So.
And that's like the evolution I'm talking about is like the streamlining, even like oh god no, what was I gonna say about that? When you're out like doing a quest and then like you complete it, you just on the smartphone or whatever, you complete it and you keep going. You don't go back to the hub unless there is something you got to return or whatever. But yeah, just a lot of things that kind of like modernize JRPGs. I feel like they were kind of falling behind in the way that they were designed, which is fine because people play them for that reason. But they're obviously after a broader audience, and I feel like they're going to get it.
I think so.
For sure.
Chris?
It looks very intriguing. The magic system. They always change how magic works. It was like materia, then it's draw, and it's all this weird stuff, and now it's like a alchemy style system. So it'll be fun for a while to figure out what combinations make what magic types, but eventually I get really tired of just having to continuously restock my magic from drawing things out from the land and coming up and making everything. Eventually I just want like materia. I just want materia. Just one place, make it simple.
I do think magic is a little bit of a weak point in this game. So
Yeah, it seems kind of weird. I've barely dabbled in it. I've used the fire spell, and it feels like a grenade.
I almost killed my entire group earlier, making a spell that did, I think it was lightning damage and poison damage, but its potency was ridiculous. So when it hit, all the monsters almost died, and all my team almost died at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know they took damage from
my
it.
fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's
That
really
game,
crazy.
everyone's fucking just in a mosh pit going nuts though. So how the hell are you supposed to differentiate?
I should have made a lower level spell. That's what I should have done.
Playing the demo, that was like the one thing that I was not into was the gameplay because I'm not used to that.
Once you get used to it, especially the nuances of it, I actually think it's because it's happening so fast, you don't really feel like you're just sitting there holding a button.
Well,
which is kind of nice, especially because I was getting attacked by 6-7 dudes, and they're attacking me so often. I have to like stop and hit square to defend every once in a while. So you have to be paying attention.
Okay.
You also can issue commands to your teammates and that also breaks the monotony of just holding the button. So there's things for you to do. The other part's just auto attacking and positioning.
Yeah.
So I think it's active enough. I think it's not like Final Fantasy 12 where you literally could just walk into a battle, put the controller down, and
That's
go.
what Rob did. That's how he played the whole game.
So,
He set up his dudes that he's like pressed forward with the fucking analog, and the game just played.
yeah. Which you can't do in this. You have to be there. You have to participate. So
It's the Gambit system, right? Is that what that was right?
Yeah.
yes.
I do actually like the combat system though. I think it's really cool. I think it's a good mix of the two things. It doesn't feel like an action game, but it also doesn't feel like a mini-based RPG.
Except for when you use potions.
Sure, which I prefer because I don't want to have to in the middle of
Chaos.
combat like start going through menus trying to find shit. Like it pauses like a normal RPG, and you just go, okay, I want this. And I like there's an animation for them in combat, so you got to kind of plan where you're at and run away from people, stuff like that.
Have you used a Phoenix Down yet?
Huh.
The character will be laying on the ground, and they pull a feather out of the pocket, and they just kind of go like this, and then they just go back up. Yeah,
That's funny. That's the other thing too about the game is just like all the animations. They're really good. Like I'm so used to Japanese games feeling kind of stiff in their animations.
Yeah.
They're very mechanical. Just and in this everything's so smooth and cloth physics and the amount of things that they do in certain situations.
Except the walking. Most of the time, like, who walks like that? It's like a whole thing.
They're exaggerated.
I'm
for sure.
like,
yeah. But I mean, I also, everything's exaggerated. There's a movie due with Ignis, and at the end of it, you guys go back to back like this. I mean, they just pose in the middle of a fight. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
yeah, I was gonna say, it's
Japanese
still got
regard.
those little, yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah.
Every time it happens, I'm like, woo.
But even like with the different weapons, there's different moves and different animations, stuff like that. I don't know. The game constantly for me is ever changing, which is nice, and that's where I'm seeing that 10 years that was put into it.
Yeah, and that and the interaction between the four main characters
Yeah.
is really well done.
Well, they're constantly talking.
Constantly.
I a lot of times when I play games, I'll like watch like YouTube videos while I'm playing it. It's just mindlessly like watching something while shooting shit or whatever. And in this game, I can't do that. I can't have anything else going on because of how often they talk, and I don't want to miss the dialogue because it's always new and different. It's not like they're just repeating themselves over and over again.
They start to after a while.
Well, I'm sure they do, but like their conversations they have about like random things that they're driving by or looking at, blah blah blah. It happens often enough that I can't. There's not going to be a 15-minute increment in the game where I'm not going to have to worry about dialogue. There's going to be something with every like 5 minutes.
It's free flowing. It's not like scripted, or it's not. It's scripted, but it's not. It doesn't. Yeah.
There's a lot of variances.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and maybe what you're trying to say is there's not like really. You'll be playing the game and they go into something versus like a cutscene popping up.
Yeah.
So it is free flowing in that regard. But yeah, I'm really liking the game too. I'm actually really happy that I picked it up, and I'm glad that it turned out the way it did because I was kind of worried with Square Enix's track record lately. It seems like they're fixing it. So.
Well, and I think that's a good testament to people watching. If you're thinking of buying this game, you don't play JRPGs really. You'll dabble, but you never like invest time.
Played the fuck out of Front Mission.
Tactical RPG, a little different, but
hell yeah, it's my shit.
Really good game. I mean, you can look at reviews; it's getting 8s and higher across the board. So
it deserves at the least an 8 for sure.
So I would.
There's some cheesy stuff in it, but
it's worth $60 for sure.
It's made really well.
Yeah.
So I pretty much covered what I've been playing though. Timefall 2, nothing to talk about there. Warframe, nothing to talk about there. We could talk about that all day.
We usually do.
Steep is exactly what it was in the beta, and I'm enjoying it, but it's the same. If you like snowboarding, skiing, boring ass fucking paragliding, or fucking
scroll suits.
Yeah, glider suits. Pick it up.
If you like clowns and going.
If you like clowns, fucking elk people, elk kin, all that shit. It's the game for you. Chevy, what else have you been playing?
Besides the things mentioned, I've been kind of playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. I have too much to play right now, so it's kind of hard for me to invest time in it right now.
And you also have been playing that Dragon Ball Z game.
A little bit, and it's fun. I'm late to the party on that one. Dragon Ball Z Universe, not the second one, the first one. I want to get through it so that I can do the second one, because I do think it's fun enough that I would probably buy the sequel at this point. Combat's not very technical by any means. It's very simple. So I'd probably pass on this if you're not a Dragon Ball fan. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, though, total fan service game is awesome. So.
All right, Cody.
Oh,
play anything at all? Taking a break.
Well, yeah, I'm done with it for a while. Oh no, this is just completely different. I've just been playing a lot of Madden.
That's a rarity for the channel.
Something we're all used to. Football. We all like football on this channel, right? Oh,
yeah.
Just me. Okay.
Go team.
Only because it's
sports.
football season, and I love football that much that I can't get enough of it. So I've been playing Madden.
Force the ball.
And I brought it up earlier, but there's like a big Madden tournament that's happening, which is like huge. That's actually on ESPN as part of which I just went to ESPN actually like a couple hours before the filming the show, and they have an esports tab. So it's like NBA, NFL, soccer.
That's really interesting.
And then it's esports.
That they evolved.
Oh yeah,
I mean they'd have to, but I didn't. I don't follow that stuff, so I didn't realize they were on board with it.
Yeah,
You know it's pissing people off, though.
oh absolutely.
I'm sure.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Like,
like
video games off my sports TV.
I want to see real people get
concussions.
Yeah, concussions and destroyed. But it's weird because it's just like a lot of money. I think like this like the tournament that they've had was just like $1 million in total prize money that's being paid out, and they actually play it out like it's an actual like NFL. So they'll have the players and they'll like do all the playbacks and all this stuff, and like I don't know, it's so, and they like commentate like it's an actual NFL game.
They do it
Super
already
dorky.
with esports though, like League of Legends. Like,
Yeah.
They have huge things. It's almost virtually identical to that. It's playbacks of plays and like how they've done it and like what you would do to get in that same scenario and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's been going for a while, and the money pots for those things are huge.
Oh, it's crazy.
MOBAs especially, yeah.
Yeah.
That Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no, Counter-Strike is about to
yeah.
do a whole thing on TBS. TBS is about to
Yep.
air Esport tournament.
Overwatch is now getting their esport tournaments going.
Their own league, yeah.
That game was made for that, though.
Yeah,
For sure.
Most are now. I mean, Rainbow Six, the same thing.
Yeah.
It's designed for esports.
Which is cool. Fucking A. More to it. That night, I'll play Mafia 3.
I forgot that
for
game
like
exists.
30 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
And I want to. It's just so hard to like, games like that to like just hop in and out. You can't.
Yeah.
You got to be invested.
No, that's definitely an investment game. You got.
That's a great fucking game though. God, that game is amazing.
I'm glad you're enjoying it because I stopped playing it because I have too many games. But Josh played it and he was not happy with it.
I liked it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that I find myself comparing to like Grand Theft Auto, which I can't because I played Mafia 2 and I played Mafia 1 and I can't. They're completely different games. Just because they're open world doesn't mean you can compare them,
right?
To GTA or anything like that. But because after playing like GTA 5, like playing this game, it is super linear, but it's supposed to be. It's a story-driven game.
Well, that's how Mafia 2 was as well. It was a story-driven game. I think Josh's biggest complaint about the game, though, is the game that he compares it to the most. The game that's obviously ripping off is Dark Souls 3. So he wasn't able to enjoy it because
there's no loot in that game. I know, it's crazy.
He saw too much. Like, there's a button that does things. You can hit people, and then you can press forward and you move, and just like Dark Souls 3. I can't fucking see
Basically gaming. Hashtag fuck Josh.
Damn.
We love you, Josh.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
He's gonna watch this.
I know. Edit that out.
Not doing that now.
I gotta
No,
edit
I'm
out my
joking.
fucking 5 attempts to start this episode.
Too much editing. No, we love you, Josh. No, but I like it a lot because it's just so like I like that. I mean, I like that the storyline of that era. Like it's super cool. Even though your fucking character is a madman, he's literally like
He
in a
stabs
patch.
me on the head like 6 times. Fuck, boom, 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 and then he drags.
First
their
off,
head
I didn't even
back.
know there was like you can just choke a guy out. Half the time, I'm just pushing fucking square, and you're just stabbing dudes in the head and just
most
ripping their
time.
head off.
And I saw some review too. They're like, after a while, you start going into place with a pistol and you start knifing everybody and shooting people with a pistol. And I was like, it's kind of boring. And then I start playing. I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. Why would I waste my time running out of ammo with my machine gun when I can just run in there and stab everybody to death?
I just have a hard time with the game, and that there's a few missions already. Like I'm like halfway through the game. There's a couple missions where it's like stealthy, and I'm like, I hate, which I just end up just
I like the
blasting
stealth system
through.
in that game.
It's cool, but it's just like
I think it works really well, surprisingly.
I don't know.
I'm so glad we live in a time where genres can blend better. Because I remember back in the day, if it wasn't Splinter Cell, if it wasn't fucking Metal Gear Solid,
it was one of the
stealth mechanics were stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, stand in the shadows, they don't see
And
you.
you'll be invisible. Yeah.
Stand outside of the shadows, they'll see you.
Yeah.
If you're in the shadows, hit X and they die.
This is like you clink against like anything metal, and they're like the whole entire base hears you. So
Yeah, well, and you can like whistle and shit to make them come
Yeah.
over, which is
Yeah.
like the best tactic ever. You just fucking keep creeping around, keep whistling, and for some reason everybody's just listening to whistling and shit. People are disappearing, and
well, I just kind of
They
like
just
make
keep
up my
blowing
own
whistles.
storyline in the game where I'm just like my guy is like shell shocked, and he's just like having Vietnam flashbacks every time he's in a hostile situation. And then I'm like, okay, game makes sense. Which it is. It's not game,
that's
but
that's how I do view it though. When he's so brutal, this
Yeah.
guy was in war, so I mean, like when he's fighting people, he's fighting to fucking not die, to kill and shit like that. So I think
But it's cool. I like it, and I'll keep it short. But it's just the games that they make like that, like GTA and stuff like that, like the interaction in the towns and stuff like that. It's so realistic. But it's a game you can't, like I said, you can't just like hop in and just kind of like play casually. Like I need to immerse myself in this thing, listen to the music, listen to other people talk, and it's like you're there, and it's really cool. But anyway, yeah.
Chris,
I've actually been playing very few games. I've been playing a lot of Warframe.
hell yeah. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, I saw
I was
that.
on
I
late.
play Warframe all the fucking time, and I look
say
on your
that.
thing, and it's just like Chris is on Jupiter, and for like 10 hours, like Chris is on Jupiter. I'm like, he's not gonna leave.
He's never leaving Jupiter. It's the gas. It just holds them there.
I don't get an invite. I don't hear shit from you. He's like just on Jupiter for 10 hours. I'm like, there's something good on Jupiter.
That could have been the other day where I had to leave mid-game.
Oh, probably.
So I just
I
hid myself in a
I'm
corner.
glad that you know what I'm talking about, because I'm making it sound like you always do this, and I'm referencing one day where I was like, how long is he going to fucking be on that planet, man?
I did have to leave mid-game and just kind of come back to it
Silently
later.
on Jupiter. Just fucking,
Just
I
stalking
can't
around.
let anybody know about this secret I found on Jupiter.
Gas.
I'm getting all the fucking resources. I'm just sitting there doing the Cephalon segments. Just fucking...
So I've been doing a lot of Warframe.
Warframe's good. Warframe's so good that I felt inclined, because I hadn't played it in months. I felt like I owed them money. Right? I was like, man, I'm like behind in my payments. So I bought the $80
The Valkyrie Prime
pack. It was dope as fuck. Yeah. But like, and it's so weird that I spent that money. I'm not even like, man.
Do they send you like an email? It was like, hey, thanks, dude.
They need DE fucking hey. Look at my account, see how much I've spent. I'm sure you got people who spend fucking thousands of dollars. I'm getting there though. But like you guys, so I'll keep doing it, I guess. keep popping out that $80 content. I'll keep buying consoles from you. Apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've been trying to figure out ways to make Titania work really well. It's a very weird balancing act.
Keep that thought, but fucking I've been so in like catch up mode in that game outside of monetarily spending just money to catch up. But like I've gotten so many fucking weapons, and I just keep leveling up, maxing them out, and going to the next weapon. Leveling up, maxing out, going to the next weapon. I went through all my Warframes to make sure they're all maxed out. I got Titania, brand new Warframe, the newest one ever. And I played her, and I maxed her out, and never touched her again. I don't even know if she has mods on her.
Oh God!
and then I maxed out Valkyrie Prime, who I spent $80 on, and maxed her out and put her away. Every once in a while I bring her out just to show people. Because I walk in the room and people are just like, yo, Sleep Division. I'm like, what? And they're like, that Valkyrie Prime? I'm like, uh-huh. They're like, share play? Let me check her out. I'm like, the fuck are you, homie? I don't know you. Like, I'm gonna just hand over the fucking controls, give the keys to the fucking enemy.
So they can steal all your plat.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been blowing through, just leveling a bunch of shit, and I actually got like a level and a half in like a couple days. But just talking about Titania, I really should play her. I should really check out her moves, because I don't know. I know she gets real small.
Yes, she does shrink in size and basically becomes Archwing.
You're really quiet when you said that. Ant-Man?
She's more like Wasp.
Yeah.
Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd?
I'll raise my voice.
Tell us more, Chris, please.
Thanks for harnessing, getting this back on track.
She's a really well balanced frame, I would say. She doesn't have a lot of health. She doesn't have a lot of shields. She's kind of like medium ground there. Her armor is only 75, so she doesn't have like a lot of But she makes up for that when she goes into Archwing mode, her Pixie mode. She has 50% increased dodge, so it's a lot harder to hit her. But she's got a lot of CC effects, which I don't use too often. I mostly use her for her Archwing mode. And it's really weird because it gains bonuses from like power strength and power efficiency, which increase the damage. But then her guns gain the bonuses from all the mods equipped to your main weapon. You're telling me that, yeah. And her sword does the same thing for your melee weapon. So it's really hard trying to find a balance between what mods work really well for her Dex Pixia, her Archwing guns, and your main gun that you're using outside of that mode. Trying to find a balance where it's really strong in between both of them is really difficult for some reason.
Yeah. You're talking about Warframe, and I've been playing Warframe constantly, and now I'm just like, let's talk about Warframe. Have you used the Legion?
Yeah,
the
I
staff?
have it. Yeah.
That thing's stupid.
Yeah.
It's fucking
it
so
melts
strong
everything.
It's stupid. I think it formatted it like 3 times, and that's just like my go-to. I use that, the Taunt Core, and the Sonic Core, and everything just dies. I was doing sortie missions, level 100, and my whole team was just following me as I killed everything. They're all just like behind the doorway, just like, I'm like, and then they'd like, it was funny. I was playing. We're doing the spy missions or whatever, and I hate doing the spy parts. I don't mind the missions, but I don't like doing the stealth shit. And so I would like just escort these 3 fucking like Lokis, and like once I get there, I would like get to the door. I try and just watch the doorway. And they would all just run in there and do it, and then they come back out, and then I start just killing everything on the way to the next one. I was like, "This works. I don't have to do what I don't want to do. You guys don't have to fucking participate in the level."
It's funny. That's how me and Chris do spy missions. I bring Nyx, and he brings Loki, and I just stand at the door. Chaos.
I would say that's great. If you want to do that, fucking more power to you. Because I don't want to.
That's what I do in my solo time on Warframe. Is mostly I do spy missions. Just because I want to get the relics.
Oh yeah,
that's a really good way to get relic keys or keys, relics. Yeah. Keep wanting to call them keys.
This is how tired I am. I thought you said relicies, like
almost
like a playful. Let's say your relicies. Relicies. Put the potato on the relicies.
No. Cabbage.
Yeah. Put the potato cabbage on the
relics.
relicies.
Warframe.
Potatoes. Tomatoes.
What's taters, precious?
What's taters?
The Irokans made them.
Fucking nerds. Let's move on.
You assholes with videos on the internet, fucking obviously are on there.
It's just the man playing fantasy football.
Referencing, well, yeah, football D&D.
It's great.
What else have you been playing?
Overwatch.
Nice.
That's about it.
But diff kills.
I've been trying to work out, just like everybody else, Sombra. Which, Josh, she's not overpowered. Trying to...
Woo! There's not one person on the planet who thinks she's overpowered, except for Josh.
Yeah. She's only been played once in competitive play.
Only
once. And even then it was just like, just for her ult. That was it.
It's a fuck Josh cast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fuck Josh cast, our bi-weekly podcast where we talk shit about Josh. Unrestrained, we say whatever the fuck we want. Typically say about 30, 40 insults, but we'll go as far as we want.
Like trying to hack Torbjorn turrets, you have to wait till they're targeting someone else, which is really hard in the chaos.
Oh, okay.
Because the moment anytime you take damage, it stops her hacking. Okay. So it's really hard to get like good hacks in.
Would be really hard, yeah. That would be pretty intense.
I mostly go for Reinhardt's if I can get them behind the shields, because if he puts a shield up, it stops your hacking. Lucio's, because then they don't do any auras at all, which is really nice. Or Pharah's, so she can't fly too fast in the air. She can't do her shift. She can still like do her little hover, but she can't launch off of it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Everybody else is just kind of like, meh, to hack. I don't know if it's really worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of the complaints just made it sound like she's going to be running around hacking everyone. I'm like, you're going to hack certain people and other people. Like, it's an FPS. You're getting shot and dying. You're not alive that long.
Yeah. And you can't do damage for shit. Like, her one-on-one dueling is not there at all. She's a run and gun.
Interesting.
You know, survives for a long time, Warframe. Inaros.
Does he?
Yeah, you can't kill him.
Well, I mean, his passive is he goes in a little coffin and he drains life from people.
I know, and then he just comes right back.
Half the time he drains life from the lowest level co-op person, killing them.
Thinking about Warframe.
I think it's everything we've been playing, though.
Yeah. So let's get this going. I'm gonna go through. Damn, 30 minutes. Fuck, that was real short.
Keep that short.
So the Game Awards happened, and I'm not like a huge fan of them, but I think it's neat that there's an official award show. I feel like there's some tweaking that needs to happen though, because some of the choices they had I think are kind of weird. But what are you guys' overall opinions on the awards? Like, do you guys actively watch it? Curious about it? Don't care?
I didn't this year. I did last year. So, but I do think this year's felt a little wonky. So I do agree. I think they need to be kind of.
It's like 50% of the fucking games that won is Overwatch.
Yeah, which is I like Overwatch quite a bit, but
it's cool.
Game of the year, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a big claim. Like when The Walking Dead won Game of the Year, I was like, really? And I played. I was like, holy shit! Yeah, this is Game of the Year for sure, man.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, then Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Witcher 3, absolutely. Fucking amazing. Overwatch is an awesome game. It's not, I'm not even trying to take anything away from it, but like game of the fucking year.
Yeah.
Like that's insane to me.
Yeah, it only really offers one thing. So
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have that many game modes. I'm not trying to take away from it, but I mean, like game of the fucking year, like of the whole year. That's it. It's really interesting.
It's like because it's just multiplayer, or is it just?
Well, they've added a couple game modes to it recently. There's 1v1s and there's 3v3s. They took away... they changed quick play, so you can't all pick one character.
which I think is good. But those are just balance tweaks.
Sure. And bro, 1v1.
So, I'm going to go through this, though. What's your opinion on the awards? Do you watch it? Do you not care about it?
Man.
I didn't assume you did. Because I don't care either. And if I don't care, you probably definitely don't care. So anyway, Game of the Year was Overwatch. We've kind of discussed that already. Does anybody does anybody here think it deserved to be Game of the Year?
Do you know who it ran against?
What?
Do you know what it ran against?
Oh, no.
I don't think it was Game of the Year, no.
Yeah.
If it had more game modes, like we were all saying, like more like push the cart modes or capture the King of the Hill style modes, I think it would have been better. But even then, it would be hard to be contended as Game of the Year.
Well, for me, it's almost the same as if you were like fucking Call of Duty's Game of the Year. Like, I like Call of Duty, but like I would never say it's Game of the fucking Year. It wouldn't have been Game of the Year since like Modern Warfare 2. Before that, those would have been, but not anymore. There's multiplayer shooters.
To its credit, though, it does have a lot of backstory involved if you look hard enough for it. And there's a lot of like neat little Easter eggs and tidbits here and there in the game to give it a little more boost.
Do you think that the people who chose the winners though took that into consideration, or do you think it's mostly popularity?
Mostly popularity.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Here's the nominees they went up against: Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and then the two that I think would have been better wins, Doom, because it revitalized a series that
and people
was
actually liked that game a lot,
and actually brought something new to a shooter genre.
Yeah.
And then Uncharted 4.
Whoa! Holy shit! Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is kind of bad because I'm sitting here going like, "Wow, that should have won," and I forgot that it should have been on there. So
I always forget.
That's kind of a bad argument against myself, but it came out earlier
Uncharted
too. So
4 for sure.
For sure, that should have won.
So I don't know. Weird choice. I think Overwatch is in the middle of those games listed.
Yeah.
So best game direction, Blizzard for Overwatch, which is a given for their awards because they thought it was the game of the year. Makes sense. Best narrative, Uncharted 4. So Naughty Dog. I agree with that 110%.
Yeah.
Best art direction, Inside, which I believe is that Limbo.
Yeah.
Their next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but a lot of people said a lot of good things about it, and it
makes sense.
Those guys do make a lot of really cool, like, visual styled games, so it makes sense. Best music, sound design, Doom.
Terminator?
There's a little bit of Terminator, a little bit of Battlefield, a little bit of, a little bit of everything.
Every time you level up in Call of Duty.
I play a lot of Call of Duty. That's an interesting one. I played it. I actually like Doom quite a bit. But I don't remember this. I mean, the sound design was good, but I mean, it wasn't. It's not Battlefield 1. So, man, that should have fucking. That's what I would have picked.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 for best soundtrack and sound design.
Just having like a little single player like mode was sick. I didn't even think that they had it in it. I was like, I'm just gonna buy the multiplayer. And I was like, whoa, you can actually play the storyline. That's awesome.
One thing I appreciate about the Battlefield games is the sound design is so far beyond. I mean, if Naughty Dog is like the king of fucking narrative driven action games, and their games are just like movies, like they're top dog. Battlefield and DICE is top dog when it comes to sound design in games because they have so many sound effects going on that sounds so fucking amazing, and just so much shit going on audio wise. It's insane. And then I think the soundtrack of Battlefield 1's amazing. I love it. And even in multiplayer when it's playing like the crazy sad or triumphant music and shit, it gets you pumped. Like it's really good. Best performance, big surprise, Nolan North for Nathan Drake.
I saw everybody congratulate him on Twitter, so yeah.
He deserves it.
Oh, for sure.
I I feel like for the next 20 years, best performance is going to go to him or Troy Baker
Yeah,
over and
Troy
over and
Baker.
over again. So, and they're both great. Games for Impact. That Dragon Cancer, which is, I believe, a kind of Dear Esther type
I think so.
game about a dude and his kid who has cancer. Like that. I thought that game came out a long time ago, but I guess I've just been hearing about it for a long time. So I think that makes sense. It would be impactful. It's, that game's aimed for that. I'm kind of flying through. If you guys want to say something, hop in. Okay. Best independent game inside makes sense. I can't really think of a whole lot of other games that probably would have rivaled that. Best action game, Doom.
I can see that.
I could see that for sure, especially with what it did for Doom.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. This one is one that I'm having an issue with, just because it's even on the list. Is best action adventure game Dishonored 2. That game came out like a week before the awards, or like 2 weeks.
It's that fucking 6 month ago Bethesda early copy.
That's just, it seems weird to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not trying to take away any credit from that game, but I feel like other games that have been out all year long. Not to say that Uncharted should have won everything, but Uncharted is an action adventure game. And I don't know. It just seems weird that Dishonored was out for like fucking 5 minutes. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, man, that must have been good.
It's great.
And then this one also wears me out too. Best RPG. Me and you talked about this. Yeah. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine DLC. That's really interesting to me because Witcher 3 won Game of the Year before, and it absolutely deserved it. And I'm not trying to take away from this game either because, but it's not a game. It's a DLC for a game that came out last year. If it's a standalone, I'd be behind that. But best RPG, give it to someone who fucking should
Made a game.
Yeah.
who made a game this year.
Yeah.
Like, not to say that I Am Setsuna is like amazing, but there are other RPGs that came out like officially this year that should get some spotlight, and not The Witcher again.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Witcher's fucking king daddy shit. Like fucking, it's a great game, but it got its fucking praise in 2015.
Game of the month, by the way.
What?
Oh.
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, yeah. Make sure to play that. Best fighting game, Street Fighter 5. I forgot that game even fucking came out.
What? I haven't played it in a while. I bought a fight stick for that game, and I need to get back in it.
Fucking, it's best fighting game ever.
I live in a house. I got family. All right, I got to fucking I can't be click and clacking all hours of the night. I got to pick and choose.
Best strategy game. I don't think there's a whole lot of competition for this anyway. Civ 6.
Oh yeah.
Hasn't been out that long though. Also, which is kind of weird. But
It's funny because its rival came from the same publisher, which was XCOM 2.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Which I had not.
I believe Firaxis made both of them.
They're both from 2K. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they both were made by Firaxis as well.
I think so.
Same company.
Yeah.
So just
Best
chalk it up to just like, well, yeah.
best family game, Pokemon Go. Yeah, for like a month.
People still play it.
You can catch Ditto now.
Mike.
Well, I'm not saying a bunch of people we know play it, but enough people that they still make a steady income off it. So,
Best sports racing game, Forza Horizon 3,
Surprise.
which I think is a really, really great racing game. I'm really surprised because I don't play sports games that there's nothing that really could compete with it. But I don't know because I don't play them. Madden, whatever.
It's a racing game.
they changed
Best sports racing game.
changed rosters.
So
Not
it's
the same
either
game
sports or racing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Or,
So I'm surprised there's no other
bro. Oh.
there's no other sports games that could have beaten it. Best
I
multi-
thought it was like literally like sports or sports racing.
sports racing, yeah.
I'm like, well, that's okay.
I'll go down to the sports racing track. Best multiplayer game, Overwatch. I guess.
Sure.
Although I am a big fan of Titanfall 2. It's fantastic. Most anticipated game, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is actually, we did an episode of Loot Chest last week. Make sure to check it out. Our most anticipated games of 2017. Zelda Breath of the Wild is actually one of my top 2. Most anticipated games of 2017. So I can get behind that. Best esports teams. This isn't even worth talking about. Sorry, esports.
Chris might care.
Cloud9.
Of course.
I don't know what that means. I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they win so much money.
Hope they win all the gil.
Depends on the game they're playing.
all the
They do
rubles.
really well.
Okay.
All the rubles in their pocket are rupees. I don't know, I'm talking about Russian currency.
Rubles.
Yeah, rupees are India. The fuck? I'm off on something else right now.
All this fucking saffron.
It's also a currency in Legend of Zelda.
All right, so talking about the awards. I'm all over the place.
The TLG rewards.
The TLG rewards. We're gonna watch a couple trailers, then we're gonna jump into PlayStation Experience. So, which one is this again?
I think it's Prey.
Prey. Okay, so which is really interesting because Prey came out originally, and I was like, it was okay, whatever. I had fucking Don't Fear the Reaper over the hell in the beginning, good shit. But
I liked it.
By Blue Oyster Cult?
Yeah. Best part of the game, that beginning part.
Old school.
And then they announced Prey 2 a while back, and it looked really fucking cool. It was supposed to be like this like space bounty hunter type dude, and then they scrapped that game, and now they're making Prey now. They can't decide what they're doing with it, but I think this game's actually coming out, so I'm actually kind of excited for it because it looked kind of cool.
I actually liked Prey.
You did?
Yeah.
Josh did too, until I talked shit about it. Well, we had conversations. We stop talking about Josh. All right.
Maybe if he was on the show.
Josh, for anybody who might be curious, Josh got fired.
Yeah, he's done. I took his place.
Where the fuck have you been then?
Before I took his place. I'm not here, but sometimes I come around, and when I'm here, I'm Josh. No, we kept getting these weird things where like we normally do like a pregame thing before we start shooting, and we talk about what news we're going to cover, all that kind of stuff.
Cocaine
and we're doing bumps, and we're fucking talking about news. We're getting real amped up because that's what drugs do, and the whole time Josh just gets worse and worse and worse about Dark Souls. He just won't shut up about it. I'm like, dude, they announced a new Nintendo console. He's like, well, fucking, did From Software make it? I'm like, why would they? And he's like, I don't care then. I'm like, well, we're gonna cover it. Why would you cover that? I'm like, well, fucking, Josh, you got to calm down on this shit, right?
You can only S Miyazaki's D for so long.
Exactly. And so, like, after months and months of this, finally I had to make an executive decision. And I was like, Josh, I think you need to go home to your family, and I think you need to go home to Dark Souls 3. Because it's waiting for you. It's the same thing. And so
Second child.
And so he's gone forever. Bon voyage.
He'll never be back.
And he'll never be back.
So long, boys.
Anyway, we're gonna watch this. Josh, come back whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Call us first.
Yeah, call us first.
Forvet den Jezevot. I like the retro look of it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just starting.
I like that's a game.
Yeah. Are you sure though?
I don't know.
Just a small jump in the future.
My name is Morgan Yu.
Oh, it's a white guy.
Year is
Great.
2035.
God damn it.
That's what I'm saying. I liked about the first Prey, or the original Prey, is the dude was an Indian guy. You didn't really get that.
The American.
Yeah.
Was that his name was Morgan Yu?
They exist because
That connotates more of an East Asian last name. That's neat.
No,
yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Cool. Please don't tell me you just shove something in your eye.
I do remember about the first game that there was a lot of like physics stuff.
There was. The thing that's cool about this, though, and it's making me more interested in this than the original, is the original felt like almost like fucking Doom.
Yeah,
It felt like a run and gun, like
Oh yeah.
Doom type game. This
Whoa.
looks really
That was
interesting.
crazy.
Dude,
I like-
trusty wrench.
I like the visual style of it.
Ah, head crabs. I do kind of like how the game seems to pause when you go into that little menu.
I Get a good visual look going here.
Yeah, no, this. Kind of almost get like a Half-Life vibe from it.
Almost.
Well, yeah.
Except for you don't turn into a cup.
Yeah.
Half-Life.
I was saying like it looked like a lot of like lab type places and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Also reminds me of Dead Space.
Yeah. All right. No free advertising on my channel, motherfucker.
Easy.
Get out of here.
Well, you advertise for games technically, but
Take it easy.
We're not there yet.
Oh, Death Stranding.
So what do you guys think of that though overall?
it was a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be actually.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like utility stuff, which is
Yeah.
something that I think more FPSs need. You can only shoot everyone in the fucking room so much.
I have a soft spot for Prey though because it was like the first game that I actually like. And this is really weird, but the Xbox 360 was the first game that was like that and Oblivion. There's two games that I had, and it was like when I lived with my dad, and I played that game, and I was like, man, this game is fucking great because I didn't really have anything to go off of at that point. So I actually really liked that game. I played all the way through it, and it was cool. But I know it gets a lot of hate.
Which is weird because when it came out, it got high ratings. People raved about it, and I played it, and it reminded me so much of like just like dark, dingy hallways and weird goop and
There was a lot of weird goop.
anti-gravity walking up walls and shit, which was interesting. But
Yeah.
it was like in these weird confined paths.
Yeah, it was strange.
And it's early games, so I don't want to give it too much shit. It was doing some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite part of the game was the beginning because of the
Yeah.
detail and all stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But
When
the
you're
rest
in
of the game was just kind
bar,
of
then, like all that shit's happening.
just kind of like corridor after corridor after corridor, fucking Doom Quake-esque shooting. So because I've played so much of those before, I didn't dislike it. I was just underwhelmed by it.
Sure. But yeah.
But yeah, you and Josh both said good things about it.
Yeah.
And in reference to that, does the new Prey look cool?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's weird that they didn't do like a Prey 2. It's weird that they.
They
It's weird that
were, but it was supposed to be completely different than the original anyway. So no matter what, it seems like they were getting away from
So
that.
it's. I mean, it's fun. It looks cool. I mean, obviously there was some really cool. That weird cocking gun, and you climb on stuff. I'm like, that's sweet. That was the thing with the original too. There was all these weird different guns that you can do different things with. So it's keeping that aspect intact. Looks cool. Yeah.
Yep.
It's intense.
Now we're on, was this Death Stranding?
Oof.
Which is
Try another beer.
full disclosure. I've already watched this. Has
well.
anybody else seen this?
Yeah.
So you haven't.
Oh shit.
Well,
It's
so
sick.
stoked for this fucking game though.
Sick. It was on Baby Reus, but
It's so funny though to see the last trailer and this trailer because this trailer looks so much better.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's on, like, you can tell they finally found the engine they want to make it on and stuff like that.
Well, and this one's rendered 4K.
Yeah, makes sense too.
All the dead crabs.
There's this weird overarching theme that all of Kojima's games, even the Metal Gear Solid, all of them always have a central theme. And this one, there's so many like umbilical cord symbolism and babies and shit.
Was he an only child?
Probably. Yeah. That's where he got creative.
I mean, immediately I was like,
It's got a
Scar across his head. Yeah.
Didn't Norman Reedus' character have? Yeah, he had a scar here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This trailer makes no sense to me though at all.
No.
But it's still really cool. It's really
He's
interesting.
shaped really weird.
It's Guillermo del Toro.
He's a big man.
He directed Hellboy.
Yeah. He's rich. He eats stuff.
Yeah.
It's the guy who was helping him make
He goes to the
PT.
He goes to the buffet. They call him
And
Hellboy.
this, I'm just like, immediately I was just like, yo, okay.
It's covering like organs and stuff.
Yeah.
Seems organic.
There's so much shit going on in this trailer. It's hard to like focus on anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't seem like a real. It seems like another teaser. So I don't
Yeah.
think it's like. Yeah,
Well,
there's
it's definitely
probably-
a teaser because they're not. It's not showing anything. It's
Yeah.
just showing thematic elements.
Yeah.
Time Time to go.
Licking his lips
Mhm.
and shit. That's like
There's y'all Schmigus Regus right there. Daryl. Walking tall.
Schmiegel Reeves.
Schmigus Regus.
Ugh.
Ma.
Does he have handcuffs on as well?
Oh, I didn't see.
It's crazy. These trailers you would watch multiple times. Just
yeah.
No, I'm seeing.
Eyes.
That's the great thing is like I'm seeing a bunch of shit that I didn't see before, like all these dead fucking dolphins or whatever.
Well, that was in the first one.
No, it was. I'm just saying in this trailer
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah.
the first time I watched it, but I watched it on a phone.
It's bomb.
Well, that
The old baby bomb, oldest trick in the book.
old Hannibal's coming to get you.
Everybody's like, oh, it's a
Imprints on the
baby.
walls.
These dudes fucking scream Metal Gear Solid to me.
Oh yeah. I love the music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been good about that, though.
Well, skeletons?
Yeah.
Except for one guy.
And they're all connected by a cord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of shit is so fucking Kojima. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just
That's-
that little shit, which you're like, that doesn't make. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't. But it works.
Well, it's just like this kind of shit, man. No one else is fucking. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
Kojima stupid. No one wants to come up with stuff like this.
I just think of like the Gex and the first time I saw it, it was just like
The gecko.
the Gecko. Yeah.
They move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you're scarring the babies, too.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but that looks really fucking good.
Oh, dude,
It looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It looks just like the motherfucker. I feel like I'm watching.
And I love
Casino
that guy.
Royale.
I fucking love that guy.
Chills. I'm into it.
Well, because it was that at first and like that
Schmigus, Regus, you got Mads, Mikkelsen, Schmiegel.
Schmiegel.
What were we saying?
Well, at first I was like, you know, the first teaser that they had who had Norman Reedus, I was like, oh, that's huge because they're if there's anybody that's gonna make Norman Reedus look amazing, because everybody else seems to love him. We don't really like him all that much around here
Not
in
a huge
TLG.
fan,
The chair is going down. I feel like I'm so low.
I'm shrinking.
Anyway,
But
I just looked over and you guys were all so tall. I was like, what the fuck happened? I'm gonna watch the footage and see if I slowly over time go down.
you have Norman Reedus, and I'm like, that's capitalizing on something. But there's obviously something, and it's
The one that's super
Kojima
popular.
who, yeah, but who's gonna? He wouldn't do that if he was just like, oh, this guy's really popular. We're gonna fucking take a hold of that. Obviously, I mean, the guy's got great visual, expertise.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing is like I'm probably the most anti fucking Schmigus Regus guy that
Yeah.
exists,
Sure,
and
sure. Daryl,
Quarrel, and I'm not trying to judge him too much right now, just because under Hideo Kojima, I want to see if he fucks this up. If I hate
there's
him
two
in the
things
game,
that guy has done, and it's Walking Dead and Boondock Saints,
Yeah.
which are
I mean, he's in Blade, but he didn't really do that. He was just kind of there.
He got blown up.
Yo, we got Vampires B.
Yeah.
But if he, I'm giving him this chance for me because if he fucks this up under Kojima, he's useless to me. I'm not.
You think Kojima's gonna be like just gonna let it go?
That's the thing, though.
Scrap the
I
whole
don't.
project.
I don't think. I don't think Kojima would have
Yeah.
cast him unless he's just really banking on. Oh, he's fucking popular on a show, so I'm gonna make some money. But I don't see that happen.
No way.
So,
No way.
But yeah, everyone interested in Death Stranding?
Fucking I want to know
Since
more.
the day he announced it. So.
Waiting for it. I want to see gameplay. I want to know
Alright.
what the fuck kind of game it's gonna be.
Right.
Oh, dude.
This,
Yeah.
I already wanted this, and it was my most anticipated. This trailer sells me.
Mass Effect Andromeda, a game I feel like everyone here will probably be
Ew.
into.
Well,
I also was curious about it, but now watching this, I'm like, it's a really good looking game with a
Yeah.
lot of shit going on. So
I'm still playing through 2.
beat it. 2's really good.
I'm excited. I mean, it's great so far, but.
Mass Effect Andromeda is the next generation of action RPG.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Brand new epic sci-fi adventure set in a vast explorable galaxy. You are the Pathfinder, part explorer, part soldier, part guide. And it's your mission to find a new home for humanity. But in Andromeda, resources are scarce, worlds are hazardous or outright uninhabitable. Every planet has its own story. On this one, warring outlaw factions fight over every available scrap. You can make new allies or enemies. The choice is yours.
Not too shabby for folk who got kicked off the station with nothing to show for it.
All I see is the trail of bodies they left behind.
That's a gorgeous game.
Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative, I spent a Nazi security month. Miss Kelly served in the Alliance,
that's cool.
a nearly spotless
Do you have any
record.
cross-eyes?
Really?
not saying.
She was involved in multiple altercations with other officers.
A hothead. Great.
What brings a Pathfinder to our humble
Game just
port?
screams AAA.
Van Terev. Name ring any bells?
What's he to
That's
you?
a Frostbite engine, dude.
And don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Just point me to where you're holding him and there won't be any trouble.
There won't be.
Hey.
Look at that creepy
now,
smile
you
she had when
first.
she did that.
I know
Get
she
out.
approached him fucking with
put
that
you
weird
down.
smile.
These worlds are big, so for the sake of time, I'm
Sure,
going to speed up
if I
our
was him, as soon
adventure.
as some chicks walk up to you with that smile.
There are many paths to follow on this
No.
planet, and you'll need everything at your disposal to survive. Whether it's a six-wheel drive Nomad, which protects you from hazards and enemies, or the scanning and analysis tools to help you interpret everything you discover.
Look for anything that might lead us to the killer.
The tracks make it look like an ambush.
Fits the Rokar profile. It's a start.
Angar and blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
Keep scanning. We need hard evidence.
In a dangerous alien galaxy desperate for resources, conflict is inevitable.
If it's not Michael McCain,
But you'll have access to futuristic weapons, gear, and powers to help you in your fight for a new home.
obviously, like, for some reason, I get like a Halo vibe from this.
This scene gives me Halo vibes. When she was in the hub, it gave me more of like a Destiny vibe.
Yeah.
And then the overworld where it shows different planets gave me No Man's Sky.
That's the time map right there.
We got everything.
That's fine.
It could be a problem though, Jack. Trades master.
Though you start out with the ship and the Nomad, almost everything else you need, you'll have to find, steal, or craft yourself.
What's that fucking game that the guys who made Borderlands made?
And that's critical to your survival. These worlds have many
no,
dangers,
I know
from environmental hazards
No one's
to hostile
playing
wildlife.
Battleborn, yeah, that's exactly what that game's about.
Bye. Or
That's no, I'm just like, this is a good looking game.
cloaking.
A new galaxy awaits. How
I'm
far will
impressed
you
with that
go?
game day one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I really
I'm
want to play.
I'm not even done playing through 2.
You're ready to just abandon it.
Don't ruin it. No. Yeah, it was fucking really fucking cool. I mean, I like the way the way 2 is. The 2 obviously is a little bit dated, but it's like the characters.
It's definitely the quintessential Mass Effect experience, though.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're a fan of the first one being the best one and hating the third one, 2 is just that middle ground that everyone kind of agreed on.
But I'm on my basically second playthrough going, because when it first came out, I played a little bit of it and I lost interest, and I've gone back. But I'm like, the characters are unbelievably
that's BioWare though.
So great though. But it's just like you basically how linear it is. You forget because it makes you feel like you're in a
You
whole...
think Mass Effect 2 is linear?
Well, not linear, but
play Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 2 is actually really linear, though. It just is really good at convincing you it's not.
Mm-hmm. It makes you, all the characters are so diverse, but it's like you're in the, you go,
Because, I mean, it has like 2 open hub areas, and they're all pretty basic. Yeah. But because of the side quests and all the dialogue trees and stuff like that, you kind of don't worry about it. Yeah. It's almost open world in its narrative and discussions. That's the part of it that you're kind of experiencing more out of.
So you're trying to get into the captain's quarters.
For the prize.
Heavy risk.
But the prize.
I'm skeptical. I'm always a skeptical one.
It looks great.
It does look great, but
so
it does
good.
have a lot of different elements going on all at once, and I worry that it could possibly be a jack of all trades, master of none style game.
Did you play Mass Effect 3 at all?
No.
Okay, so Mass Effect 3, one of the things that people were kind of worried about with it was that it went kind of really far away from the RPG stuff. It played really well, though. This looks like they took that play style, but they really took to heart that people missed all the extra you could do in 2. So I think, especially with how long it's taken them to make this game, I think they're going to nail it. Just because they kind of have to at this point. Because there was a huge debacle over Mass Effect 3 between it not being the game people wanted, and then people had to fit about the ending, which isn't really like how that played out is stupid. Yeah. However, the customers didn't like the ending, whether it got changed or not. That doesn't change that fact. So they have to bring their A game on this one. So.
Sure.
Well, even EA though with like Titanfall 2 is super worried about branding and making sure that people are not only like comfortable with the brand but also like wanting it. They said like pretty much they're gonna keep supporting Titanfall 2 to the point where people are like, this is a legitimate game, which I already think it is, but they're gonna keep supporting it even if it's losing money. They're gonna take a break from Battlefield for a little bit to focus on Battlefront because it's a weaker brand than Battlefield is. Battlefield's doing fine. So with Mass Effect, 3 had, that's probably one of the most criticized games out there, and the 2 guys that were responsible for it quit because of all the shit they got for that game. So this game is definitely going to have to fix it, and I think it's gonna, because I'm watching it, and all the things I expect from Mass Effect are there visually, but the open aspects of the game and like the animations, I think all BioWare games are super stiff looking. That game's not stiff looking at all.
No.
It's already improvement. It looks great. Frostbite, blah, blah, blah. The combat looks fluid. Looks like it works really well. All the moves are really fucking cool looking, and they don't... When I said the game looks like Halo, I mean like combat-wise, but like the moves don't look like a lot of games. Yeah. Like it looks like its own thing, which is really cool. So yeah, I feel like this game is gonna nail it. I am apprehensive, of course, with almost any game that I'm not blindly in love with, like Berserk and EDF, because those games are coming out and I don't care. I don't have to see them. I'm gonna buy them, but I don't have high expectations for that. But Mass Effect has something to live up to, and I feel like the weakest element, gameplay wise, looks great. Yeah. Weakest element though potentially could be the story.
Sure.
But regardless of all that, all the babbling I just did, I'm still probably gonna pick it when it first comes out, unless a review came out early and it's like, this game's awful, which I don't believe that will happen. I can't even imagine that.
I find it hard to believe you get lower than a 7.
I don't think it'll get a 7 from anybody. Unless Kotaku's like, overhyped games you fucking probably love but aren't that great.
They don't do a scoring system anyway, so.
Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo. Top 10 sex scenes in fucking Mass Effect.
So for the next little over an hour, we're going to essentially watch the PlayStation experience. I've already watched this.
Not really.
Did you guys watch it yet?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No.
I just watched The Last of Us 2. And it's amazing, and we're going to see it again, and I'm so excited for that.
We already played it, and it's great.
I already played the shit. I beat it, and it's the best game ever. It should have won best game of 2016.
Yeah.
Part 2.
So we're gonna hop into PlayStation Experience. We're gonna watch it in its entirety. So if you've already watched it, hang out because we're gonna be talking about it. If you haven't seen it, perfect time to stick around and watch it. And like we already talked about, you've seen it already.
I woke up to watch it, yes.
Fast forward to the Josh parts. We'll get there.
All right, let's get this going.
Love it, Josh. Oh, just kidding. I hate you.
Oh, God.
It sucks because I don't know what they're gonna show, but I do know they're gonna show Last of Us 2. And holy shit, guys! If you haven't played Last of Us, go fucking play it, or at least watch me play it. I'll play it for you.
Do you like depressing stuff?
I love depressing stuff. It's my favorite stuff. Is this that standalone?
It's Jurassic Park, the game.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, I could tell. Looks like a Naughty Dog game.
It's got smartphones. It has to be.
Dead giveaway for Naughty Dog smartphones. I was more so just kind of looking at the quality. That's like a quality ass game.
This looks like actual gameplay.
It is. Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
It's Naughty Dog.
Move, let's go! He's in here!
What are you doing? I've done nothing wrong!
Damn spies.
What? No.
Shut up!
Oh, ow! Did you see his head bounce?
Yeah.
Oh.
Those details.
Get out of here! Go on!
Hey, hold on. What's your rush? How do I know you're not smuggling something in here? Arms up.
Please, Maggie.
Dangerous to be out so late.
Hey, where do you live? What are you, deaf? Answer him!
Their mocap is fucking beyond anybody's, man. These are real people.
I'm in the middle of something.
It can wait.
Yes, sir.
Meet me inside.
Understood. You, with me. Man the gun.
Sir, what about her?
Just let her through.
Mr. Frisky.
You heard.
Stop worrying
Get
about
going.
it.
Get out of here.
It's interesting though because the way this is set up doesn't remind me of an Uncharted game.
Oh, for sure.
It almost reminds me of like I can't think of it right now, but it's good looking. It's a good looking game.
It's beautiful.
It is. There's those fence physics that Konami's been working so hard on with Metal Gear Zombie Apocalypse 2017. Very excited. It's my most anticipated game of 2017. If you haven't watched that episode, go watch last week's Loot Chest, and we talk about the new Metal Gear Solid game by Konami. It's going to be fantastic.
Come along, friend.
Looks like rain again.
Yeah, might clean this place up at least. It'll take more than rain for that.
Shit, we're getting closer. We should get off the streets.
Our shift ends in an hour.
I need sleep. You can sleep in the truck. No, thank you.
Is that the last of them? Almost. There's a couple more in the alley.
Hurry up.
I'm already fucked that up a couple times. Doesn't look like Apple.
I'm sure it's a Sony phone.
But I will say, but it's not blowing up in her hand, so it's definitely not a Samsung either. Ooh, shots fired.
It's probably the Xperia.
It's the PlayStation phone.
That's stole my joke.
True, but it was a strategic stronghold. We've done good, brother.
Man, when I heard that this is gonna be like
Water
a
and toilets, right?
Chloe and what's her face game, I was like, but
No,
the quality's there, man.
Chloe's. I mean, when I heard that Chloe was a fan favorite, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. But I also like Cutter a lot.
And I would hope he would make a Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that's too much like a Jason Statham movie. Chloe has got that fat ass, so you know, deserves its own standalone.
Uncharted fat ass.
Come on.
Will people see anyone up here?
She's a babe.
Smart ass. Lots of locals have been.
But it's interesting because, well,
no one up here but us.
who beat Uncharted 4?
See anything?
Given the ending of Uncharted, it makes sense to have the world exist still with new adventures, but not be Nathan Drake.
Because there's other people. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when they were like, this is the last game, I'm like, no, it's not. But it is in that storyline, for sure.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But this makes sense, too.
Because Chloe is,
Because she's still going to be doing the same stuff that they've been doing. It's really smart. It's a good way to keep the brand alive.
She's not doing the same shit, by any means, but...
Well, she's in on the same stuff that Nathan Drake was. Holy shit.
She's just a side bitch.
Oh, it's good. She's a side bitch with a fat ass?
Side bitch with a fat ass.
You're saying a lot of things.
And now she's main bitch with the big ass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Pink Lotus.
Hell yeah.
Lotus, that's Warframe. It's the new Warframe expansion.
Space
Get
Bomb.
out of here.
So that's Space Bomb right there. This is her origin story. DE, make that. Make more
Lotus
stuff.
is purple, not pink.
Yeah, so it's
If I
gonna
change
be
the
Chloe
contrast,
and,
I can make it a little purple.
Nadine, which Nadine is an asshole. She sucks.
Chloe's a fat ass. Nadine's an asshole. A lot of bugging stuff going on.
Chloe's an asshole.
Uh-oh.
You heard it in my eyes.
Place, God.
What the hell?
Damn.
The guy was not prepared for the situation. She started kicking ass. She's like, what the hell? And then he gets like,
Shit!
The hell is that?
No!
Oh! What do you think that
You're late. I thought you were a professional.
it's cool to see more of her, though. Because she was only in 4, and then...
And you hate her, but she's also
I thought she was interesting, because
she's basically just a merc.
She's a merc, yeah. She didn't have any bias there.
Yeah,
which I
that's
liked.
kind of true. Yeah, it's okay.
Please welcome to the stage,
Very cool. I'm
Sean
excited
Layden.
for that.
It'd be really crazy if Naughty Dog actually has 2 teams working on games that can produce that kind of quality still.
Well, that's the thing that's insane. Is like That looks great, and there's 2 teams now divided, like making different games.
So how many knew that was Uncharted when it started?
Go fuck yourself.
That's not a bad way to start today. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming at the ungodly hour of 10 a.m.
Yeah, you can tell by that really
we're glad to have
tight
you
shirt
here.
that he's wearing.
We've got a fantastic 2 days ahead of us. We want to welcome all of you to the 3rd annual PlayStation Experience.
It looks like you got up at 10 a.m.
Dude, what is he wearing, a mocap suit?
For Uncharted.
I'm thinking we should just do this every year, right? One interesting fact about today, the 3rd of December, this is the PlayStation birthday. And
sexy.
22 years ago, on the 3rd of December, 1994, the first PlayStation was sold in Japan. Kujaragi-san at the time thought that
We
1, 2,
do more
3,
reaction
94.
commentary type stuff. This is so easy. We don't have to think. React to tight shirts and 10
We've been
a.m.
here for 22 years, and we're not going.
It sure looks like it has a dick on it.
Thank you all for being part of it.
You're the big swinging dick that's fucking Sony right now with the PS4.
I was thinking like a snail.
Just
But
this
I mean,
year,
the
we
third
saw
ship on
the
it.
launch of the PS4 Slim, which came out in September. Then we quickly followed that with PSVR, and we followed that again. Yeah, right, exactly. There's a lot of that happening this weekend. And we launched the PS4 Pro. Just the hardware guys have been super busy.
I almost bought that shit. It was like $1,000
so there's a lot out there, and we hope that all of you will
bundle
find
with
that,
the
to get
4K
that
or
Christmas tree.
4K TV with
the Pro?
Yeah, I almost bought it
For
we
$1,000
can't
bucks?
thank
Yeah,
you
it's not
enough.
bad.
All
I
of
know.
you
I was
for
like,
your
because what the
for
it
your
was
support
differential was
in
like a
making
$300.
2016 such a special year for all of us at PlayStation.
What you would
Thank
actually
you.
buy it for. So. Yeah, I do.
But we have these great hardware stories, and we like to talk about that.
Who the fuck is working this? Warner Herzog? Jesus.
It's all about the games.
The
It's all
vocal cord
about-
parasite.
It's all about what the studios are doing.
He was my best
here
friend.
at Worldwide Studios or with our third-party partners.
Now he is lost to the
Let's
bears.
spend today. We'll play. We'll connect. We'll have some fun. You're in
Timothy
for a great
Treadwell. The grizzly man.
weekend. We have tons of playable content. We have amazing developer panels. Be sure to attend those. There's going to be some things that
Warner Herzog's my
we're not going
dog.
to say on
I like
stage
that guy.
now, but we'll say it
Cool guy.
later. So get to the panels. And more importantly, there are
Dude,
tons
this
and
is
tons of
seriously
games
sinking.
to update you on today.
It's all the way down at the bottom right now. I apologize.
He was once up high, and then he sank low.
I know what this one is already.
He was a friend to the bears.
Mega Man was there.
That's X.
Mega Man had a vocal cord parasite.
So the thing about this though, so I watched the show, which if anybody should be interested in another Marvel vs. Capcom game, it's this fucking guy right here. Fuck you, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh, those are fighting words. We gotta have a one-on-one episode.
No, I mean fighting games. But I'm like, this does not look any. This trailer right here. Okay, so Captain Marvel. You have Ryu. You have Mega Man, and you have Iron Man, and that's it.
Marvel's doing a huge push right now with.
Of course. Oh yeah.
So this makes sense, and it is literally Marvel versus Capcom.
I just don't. It's the way the trailer's going. It's like, okay, I get that, but it's just like that's not what anybody wants.
Oh, it's not even
they want to see. Yeah, no, it's Spawn.
That's Spawn?
That's Spawn.
Man. Damn, that guy's excited.
It's interesting to see that they only did 2v2s instead of this classic 3v3, what people are really used to these days. But from what I understand, Marvel is shifting away from using any of the X-Men characters in these games at all. So you'll see very little, if none at all,
that's
in
a
this
crazy way
game.
to start.
Dude.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is coming in 2017 on PlayStation 4.
I'm not trying to sit next to that guy
and the
swinging
first
all over
gameplay
the place.
footage will debut tonight at the Capcom Cup.
So I'm not saying
You
I'm
don't
not
miss that.
excited. It's just
I'm not excited.
And I know,
But-
but it's read an article.
If you can't wait for Marvel vs. Capcom,
a couple days ago, it was just like if the X-Men universe, like it needs to be the entire X-Men universe needs to be in this game. If not, it's a fail. Because I'm like, that's what
entire
now
is available.
See, I don't know.
I feel like it can't because Marvel,
today,
as a branding,
exclusively on PS4.
Right, there's a lot of problems they're coming up with this Fox and Marvel content.
Because I've obviously Wolverine.
If they say if there's going to be any X-Men character, it will be Wolverine because he's the staple X-Men character.
Well, he's a staple in the original Marvel Capcom.
I love for the classic PlayStation games.
I'd like to see them bring more diversity though, as far as the Marvel Universe goes. Like, just bring more of their casting.
And I got a lot of abuse last year for the Crash Bandicoot T-shirt, but we have another game today I want to reveal, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I did.
Hey, while that's going, go back there and put something on. You're looking unpresentable.
Loosen up that shirt.
Stretch it out a bit.
It's different. Or the guys from
Wait,
right?
what the fuck is this?
Give you a hint.
Looks
It's
like
an old
F-Zero.
series of theirs.
Yeah. Wait, is it what I think it is?
I'm not a mind reader, so what is that?
Jet Moda?
No.
Jet Moda.
No, this looks dope.
Well, I knew that,
Dude,
but I figured it was.
I love the fucking older style games are coming back. Finally. Because 2008, we've talked about this a million times, fucking killed everything, man. You had to make things that would sell, and they got rid of all Wipeout.
Yeah. Yes.
That's dope. And it's funny because just now, in 2016 and 17, we're finally getting to a point where we can start making games. When I say we, I mean them. But
yeah, when
they can make games like this that have those niche crowds that are missing that shit.
Right. Let's get back to this.
What is this, Destiny?
Yeah.
We can keep talking about other things. But like with JRPGs coming back, which is awesome. Like you've said a couple times now, I don't really play a whole lot of them aside from Front Mission, which is great. But I'm glad to see that back, man, because I'm fucking sick. For a while there, man, it was just like FPSs, and that was it.
I said Jet Moda.
And I'm an FPS fan, but fucking Jet Moda is back. I'm an FPS fan, but I actually don't like. I would say I don't like 70% of them. The good ones are good, and the ones that are trying to be the good ones are not good. But with those genres returning, all the elements that like Call of Duty took from RPGs, the leveling and shit, wouldn't exist without those. Now that they're back and they're changing now based off everything that's come out since then, it gets everyone's creative juices fucking flowing. It's better that way.
Yeah. This game, man, they do that kind of shit where they're like playing it and like
clouds in the game.
within things now, and it's like, really.
Who's excited for this?
Dawning begins December 13th.
Not me.
Exclusively on Destiny: Rise of Iron.
The crowd's not even excited.
Three people.
There's 3 people clapping.
They all came together.
Nation!
She didn't have a mic. She just screaming.
All right, you Destiny fans out there, did you catch that? The icebreaker is back! Yes, it
Thank
is!
God.
Thank
I'm
you!
glad that they took it out and brought it back.
All right, so that was the first look at the Dawning
Do you know what the
coming
icebreaker
December
is?
13th.
Yeah, I know what the icebreaker is.
And
I
for
never
those of
had
you guys
it, so.
here at the show today and tomorrow, you can get your hands
I'm
on
out
this
of the
first
loop and I don't want to
display.
be in it.
This
I don't
is
care
the
about
Destiny
it.
booth. This
It's
is
a weapon.
a sniper rifle.
That's a weapon.
right. Play it first. As always, the ultimate Destiny experience is only on PlayStation.
Destinies.
That's right, it is.
Her skin tone and her coat are the same.
Now, our team has been
That's what
hard
happens
at
when you
work to
spray
bring you
tan.
guys the best
It's like California
content
look.
for PS4. And I thought we'd kick
It's
things
the wrong
off
channel to be
with
sitting
a
here
first
talking
look
shit about
at the
people,
new gameplay of this PlayStation
Yeah.
Classic that
Just
we unveiled.
reacting. Look at this stupid chick.
She sucks.
She sucks.
Well, she's promoting Destiny.
Ready?
Yeah.
Someone had a most anticipated game here.
Yes. Booga booga.
Remastered?
Yeah.
He looks fucking concentrated.
I still think like that one of the best parts of fucking
Yeah, that's
Uncharted
awesome.
4 was so sick that you could play the game.
I feel like you could play the whole thing almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Like-
and I still was pissed that I couldn't beat like the
Oh
high
shit,
score.
they're doing
or
3 of
whatever.
them?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be fun for us. I fucking want this.
Dude,
So
those games were
excited.
so fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were cool, but I thought that was
that's
so much better.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm yeah.
Just that they're putting 3 games in those is insane. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
I believe that Wipeout one was also remastered.
It said HD, yeah. It looked awesome, though. Wump.
It's a crazy bandicoot.
Settle!
Booga booga.
Settle!
Oh my god, he's humping? Oh, he's been running.
Oh my god, he's humping. Yeah, oh yeah, he's
I
humping.
remember that from the first game.
So excited.
I really did like Crash Bandicoot. They're really fucking.
So this is another exciting part of the presentation. It's big news.
Esports. Hey, me and you. Hey, when we start training.
Right in front, able to find and stay on the map.
Not
This
this
is
one.
going to be a lot more about position and control, like you
I'm
mentioned.
not a fan of this one.
When they want a Black Ops 1 or 2 regionals.
Spider fingers.
So they call them spiders. Plays that in Tekken, that's it. Those assholes just fucking. He just has his hands ready and they have to put the controller in there.
He's already
That's right.
He's ready to put it in there.
Call of Duty World League is back for another new incredible season.
Oh.
And we are thrilled to announce that once
I
again,
wasn't even worried about it. I'm not worried
it
about
will
it.
be presented by PlayStation with $4
I wanna see
million
her.
at stake this year. It's a lot of dough. So you're going to want to tune
He
in
really gets the crowd hyped.
today at 11:30.
She's talking about
For
shit
those
no
of
one
you
cares
here
about.
at the show, check it out at the COD booth.
I'll do that.
To watch 8 of the best teams in the world compete for the COD World League Invitational right here at PSX.
Dude.
Now, guys, these are the best players in the world, so you do not want to miss this action.
Goodbye.
All right. So we've also been working really hard to lock down a strong lineup of heavy hitters for PS4 and PSVR, starting this January with Resident Evil 7 by
Check this out. So this actually shows what Resident Evil 7 it might actually be
For
about.
those of you who can't wait until January, you can download the final demo update tonight on PSN.
Of what?
Resident Evil 7.
Was it demo? A new one?
They're updating the demo.
Now you can play
Welcome
it
to
on
the family.
PS4.
We got 3 more endings that say that?
PS4 Pro.
That's exciting.
You are brave. You can play it on PSVR, and it is batshit scary.
That shit's scary.
Ooh, she said that.
Ooh. Ooh. She's edgy.
Now, to
I like
get
her.
you
From
hyped,
the church.
The cognac coat.
let's take a look at their new trailer.
Caramel.
Oh, that's called cognac.
I'm just gonna name this Tasty Cast episode fucking 18. We talk shit about
Everybody.
fucking tangent.
Beyond the grave. But he's about to face the disturbing reality.
It's Mia. She's not dead. She's alive. She's back.
There's still newspapers in 2017.
Yeah.
How long do you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Victims were
Abandoned
apparently
farmhouse,
eaten.
missing family, foul play suspected.
Hope this
Shitty
isn't
house, spooky
Chris's
sounds.
blood.
Ooh, is it haunted?
Bleeding.
This isn't.
This house is off limits.
Welcome to the family, son.
I'm coming, Mia.
Stop!
Triggered!
Fuck, man.
You've had several missing persons.
That wasn't me. No, leave me alone.
Mommy hates you, you know. Kill him, Mommy. Don't hurt him.
Wait, what are you doing?
Ethan, please help me. Ethan, help me. I don't know
I'm still not over that this isn't Resident Evil.
There's so much that you need to know.
It's just like
The game looks cool.
It's
not
like
Resident
Texas
Evil.
Chainsaw the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it should have been. Fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre 7.
I love you, Ethan. I miss you.
Is it Love Way Up? Play the banned footage? Banned from where? North Korea? Yeah. That comes out in January?
Looks like it.
Now, guys, this is a massive, massive update, so go download it tonight. Now, another 2017 PS4 game with PSVR content is Ace Combat 7.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
And it's playable at the show.
She's talking dirty to me right now.
Let's take a first look.
Please don't be bad.
Yep, January 24th.
The Kingdom of Erusea.
Fuck's that? Who cares?
On the Ocean Federation.
But isn't that
country a whole continent away from here?
Yet what is a nation?
This guy's pretty old to be flying jets.
This would be a good one for you for PSVR.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Sure is.
Self bombers, they're cool.
Sure, I'm probably heading straight into hell, but whatever.
I wonder how disorientated this would be in VR.
No, for me, I'm seasoned. I'm a seasoned pilot.
One thing you wanted from a flight, combat game is heavy storylines.
Amazing.
So.
Ace Combat's always
All right.
heavy storylines.
Now,
isn't
later
it?
on
Yeah.
tonight, on this very stage, PSX will be hosting the Capcom Cup Finals.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6. There's this whole story about like
Greatest Street Fighter players
in between all the
in
missions,
world
there was
will
this chick
battle
talking
it
about
out
her husband who
tonight.
went off to like war or whatever like that, and then you play his mission, and then it goes back to her with her family, shit like that. They're
And
very
the title is Street Fighter
story oriented.
Yeesh.
They're very dramatic.
The
They always have
action
really good
kicks off
soundtracks
at
too.
6 p.m. So come back, grab a seat, tune into the live stream. Now, before I go, let's take a look at a familiar face
Go.
making his Street Fighter V debut. Please enjoy.
Come on. No.
One fighter.
What the fuck happened to him?
Well, he went to Tekken 7, they came back and started
He looks like Ganon in a gi.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're right.
I never played as Akuma, but I always had a lot of enjoyment of beating the fuck out of people who like to play.
Oh, people play.
Well, he does a lot of damage, but he's got very weak defense, so it's not really that hard to beat him.
I hate that, like, they advertise this game like Akuma, and then fucking Tekken like Akuma. Like, there's so many other characters.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about fucking
Well, as far as like
Tubby
putting
here.
Akuma in
But Akuma, he's a big boy.
Selling me that game with Akuma.
Oh man, I don't give a fuck.
Please
I mean, if you're
welcome
gonna
to the
put
stage,
any like
Shuhei
projectile
Yoshida.
character in a Tekken game, it's gonna be Akuma.
Yeah, this is totally scams.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you today at PlayStation Experience 2016.
I love that dude. Looks so stoked all the time.
Sounds like
He's
my-
happy.
It sounds like my
I have
grandparents.
a question. Is anyone here looking forward to playing The Last Guardian next week?
I cannot believe that game is actually coming out.
Let's take
Yeah.
a look.
That game's fucking lore. That's mythology, man. Like, it's not.
Jesus.
That seemed like two the same thing. See, like the blades of grass, and then this footage. That's two completely different things, but
I'm just pissed because that thing's gonna die in that game.
You think so?
Yeah. It's gonna be awful. You're just gonna cry and feel like, that was a great game. You're just gonna be hurt inside for the rest of your life.
the last Guardian.
He was the last one, man. It said it. I should have known.
You said you like depressing stuff?
I do. I'd love to cry. Grave of the Fireflies. Check that out if you want a good, good rom-com.
It's still. What? It's just the character, like. I mean, okay, so you have this whole thing, then you have the character who looks like he's.
That chicken puppy looks photorealistic, man, but that kid looks like a cartoon. Which is fun. I like the contrast. The only thing that game's gonna be good.
Oh, there's no way it can't.
It's gonna be good, but
storyline-wise,
the only thing that bothers me though is the gameplay is gonna be
Today
not
I
up to
brought
par
some
with
new
what games are like
updates
now.
from PlayStation's worldwide studios.
So it better have like
And I
a really
think
good fucking
you're going to
storyline,
like this
because
next
otherwise I don't see myself enjoying that gameplay. It'll be fun, but
Ooh, what?
Hell yeah, it's my boy. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'll show you find the things that teach you.
It's their master.
Sure to teach you. Nevertheless, get less from teacher. That game's hard as fuck, man. The first one.
Yeah, it is.
I'm downloading that.
Ooh!
I love
Ooh!
Loco.
I love Loco Roco! Yeah!
Yes.
I thought all these high-profile games coming out, and then Loco Roco, you're like,
It looks so cute, though.
No Love for Patapon? What is that?
Graphics, including
I think that's the one where it's all shadows and the background has color. You have like little soldiers that march across to the beat of music.
And Parappa is especially near and dear to the hearts of many old-time PlayStation fans. So to celebrate its 20th anniversary, we'll be releasing this special Parappa demo on PlayStation Store today. And you will be able to play the demo on the show floor at PSX. Next, I'm excited to give you the first look at the super fun new game coming from Japan Studio. This game is designed for everyone, from young to young at heart, and from casual to core gamers.
We'll see.
I remember that game that everybody hated and was a launch title. That's not this game.
No, that was that game.
But I love how they brought back the song.
I watched a review that said.
Me too.
I watched a review that said the NAC had good particle effects.
It's a tech demo for the system.
I mean, that's a good review.
I wish I could throw out a name drop, but I don't. I have no idea who does it. But I remember the video.
This was in DDR.
I love it.
Oh, multiplayer. 2 times the NAC.
Ooh, literally, NAC 2.
What everybody's been waiting for.
Game of the Year.
Yeah, within a week of it releasing, they'll be like, Game of the Year.
curious about this series?
What is this?
It's Gravity Rush 2, but it's a DLC that lets you play as a character that you couldn't play as.
I always see this stuff in this game. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either.
I played Gravity Rush on Vita, and there was a lot of touch controls, and it was kind of hard to get into.
I like the art style.
It was good, but it was you had to get used to it. So it was like really like
I'll have to pick this game up.
There was definitely like a learning curve.
Every time I see though, like the name Gravity Rush, I always assume it's like a fucking Peggle type game.
Yeah, it's not a good name.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this now. I'm like, it's definitely not that. But that name just doesn't do anything
The music is very like 80s cartoon.
Yeah, like watching G.I. Joe or fucking He-Man or something.
One guy.
Yeah.
Yes, you saw it. Since the release of Gravity Rush, a lot of fans have asked us to make Raven playable. In this free DLC coming out in March, you can play as Raven and find out her secrets.
That's my waifu.
Waifu.
God.
Before I go, I'd like to show you the latest work from the legendary team at Polyphony Digital. Let's see what's in store for Gran Turismo Sport.
Oh!
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that looks good.
Witness the detail.
Another VR game.
Has VR in it. It's not VR. It's not fully VR. I'm feeling it. It's bright. It's burning my eyes. Oh!
Is that guy yelling in the crowd? Is that part of music?
Oh!
After watching the new Grand Tour, the new
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's great.
Car stuff, you know.
Well, Evan, what now?
Really gets my rocks off.
Quiet life in the mountains might not be such a bad idea, you know.
Oh.
No. I've made up my mind.
Does Bobby have it too?
Yeah.
This looks good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, knew it.
Neil Cuny looked really good though when it came out.
For sure. Yeah.
Increase the taxes sixfold.
We've no need of love. Do you not agree?
My inventions would change the world.
Talking about diagonal dumb?
Yeah.
Ah, chibis.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh.
Well, there, Princess.
That's a fucking
You'll
gorgeous
take my little
game.
darlings with you, of course.
No.
Oh.
Kneel before the king of Ding Dong Down.
That's the Last Guardian.
That was the rat from the Nutcracker.
That chicken puppy hands.
We'll build it together.
Nice.
A kingdom we can all be proud of.
That what's good, homie walk. It's like two people clapping. I played that.
Please welcome to the stage, Gio Corsi.
Kevin Smith.
Almost.
How's everybody doing?
Rob?
Vita is
Come on, how's everybody doing?
Is that a Vita or PSP?
Another old relics.
For
that
those of
almost
you who
forgot
couldn't make it
about. Yeah,
inside
that's
here,
what
I
it is.
hope you're outside watching on the big screens, and I'm going to ask you to scream as loud as you can. How you guys doing out there?
Where'd you get that?
Thanks for helping
Especially
us. That's
in
great.
blue. It's been hundreds of years since
Nino
we've
Cooney
heard
2,
about
it's
this.
looking pretty sweet. Glad we could show it. I cannot wait to see more. Hello, everybody.
heard myth and
PlayStation
legends of
Experience
those.
is all about the games you love, and this is going to be the lightning round, so strap yourselves in. At PlayStation Experience, we like to highlight and celebrate your favorite series on PlayStation. And each year, we've given you a look at top requests on hashtag building the list. This year is no different.
What's he talking about?
Let's take a look at Yakuza 6 and Yakuza Kiwami, both of them coming to the
Kiwami?
West.
There's two of them?
Thank God.
俺に少しの間預からせてもらえないでしょうか。
I'm getting this vibe you don't like people.
俺が必ずけじめをつ
You and Cody both.
I think the real Yakuza started.
Forbidden Love?
Yeah.
Damn!
Man, we just firebombed him. Put his face in his butt. No.
This looks like the same game.
カムロ町で事故にあった。あいつらを守れるなら俺は喜んで死んでやるぜ。
I've never played a Yakuza game.
Same.
They're okay.
Third time's the charm. This is Persona. Oh.
That's dangin'. Oh, that is dangin'.
The fuck is this?
There's three people in that crowd and know what's going on.
I saw this on the internet once.
Yeah.
That was so quick.
We're
and no one
thrilled
knows
to
what
have
happened.
Danganronpa V3 making its way to both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita.
I'm very excited about that.
Thank God.
Now, we've had our eye on
He's
Nier
yawning.
Automata for some time. It's a PlayStation exclusive that's coming on March 7th, 2017, with a demo coming to the PlayStation Store in the next coming weeks. Let's take a look.
From watching Final Fantasy 15 gameplay, this reminds me of its combat style.
Except for this is going to be more in your control.
Right.
I'm glad they're releasing a demo.
Yeah.
Tentacle porn, dude.
Star Trek?
I was like, I playing video games.
Yeah.
The controller with spider hands.
Start cheatiness.
Oh, geez. Not a huge fan of the way this plays, though.
Nobody is.
Seriously, it's been around forever.
East Origin coming home to PlayStation, landing in 2017 for both PS4 and PlayStation Vita.
Who paid him?
Now
Vita?
let's shift gears a bit
Look at
from
it. No,
fan
Vita.
favorites
Literally,
to
whoever
games that
runs
were
the
made
Vita
possible for
division's
the
like,
very
here's
first time.
$10, and I'll get
Dreadnought
you
puts you in
lunch.
command
Fucking
of massive
take
spaceships
this Vita,
bristling
tell
with
them it's good.
firepower, and the resulting
Like, this is
multiplayer
cool.
warfare is a PS4 console exclusive, unlike anything we've seen.
This
Let's
game
take
looks
a look.
interesting, actually. Definitely think this is a game like Raw.
Big 6 foot.
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters or are we the prey?
Looks pretty cool, but this also looks like it's gonna be like the free game for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a PlayStation 4 game. Like, it doesn't look like one.
Supergiant Games, who made a huge splash on PS4 with hits Transistor and Bastion, are back with Pyre, a party-based RPG. In Pyre, you'll lead a band of exiles to freedom through a series of mystical competitions.
This guy is gonna need a free lunch for
crazy stylish,
sound he is.
and a ton of fun to play. And
Looks
here
tired.
at PSX, you can be the first to play both. You can be the first to play both the single player and a new head-to-head versus mode. Supergiant's first foray into multiplayer gaming. Let's take a closer look at Pyre, as well as some of the other unique games coming from our third-party developers.
Freedom is a privilege. Yours has been revoked. You seek to earn it back. Then prove your worth. Lest your adversaries prove theirs first.
Ooh, that's a very different
Your burning
animation
is
style.
your only
Yeah,
hope.
I will say the visual style is interesting.
Let them snuff it out.
Almost reminds me of Banner Saga.
Now go forth in glory, or be banished here forever.
Gryffindor.
Stop motion look onto it.
Yeah, it's weird.
That told me nothing.
Yeah, I was like hoping for something there, and nothing happened. But our was neat.
Oh, I remember seeing this at E3. It's that martial arts game.
The Devolver's doing.
Yeah.
These guys make a lot of
I like
cool
martial
games.
arts.
No, this game looks pretty good.
It looks pretty cool. It's weird because Devolver does so many like 2D games, so it's interesting to see something like this. The other thing that freaks me out about the idea of like online melee combat or whatever is like so many games on Steam have already done that, and they're all kind of like they're neat, but they're not like games you stick with, right? So hopefully there's something to
I was
it.
11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. After my brother Milton disappeared, Mom sealed them up.
So he was off making board games.
Each bedroom has a story.
Bradley.
Yeah.
And some of them seem a little hard to believe. I don't believe in ghosts. But something always felt wrong about the house. Coming back, I finally know what it is. There's just too much of it.
You're missing a shoe there, kid.
But if you know anything about the Finch family, you know the stories have at least one thing in common. Someone always dies at the end.
That looks interesting.
I didn't get enough out of it, but yeah, it looks interesting.
Styles usually in indie games, man.
Yeah. This is really neat. What's the...
okay.
Not into these kind of games, though.
No.
Bummer.
Think of the music, though.
Yeah.
I think those cutscenes just make a show.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are very reminiscent of heavy metal.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm trying to figure out what kind of style that reminds me of.
Which I love heavy metal.
Oh, okay, that's what that was.
Don't those look amazing? Don't they look amazing?
Next month.
Yeah. Ooh.
We are absolutely honored to be the home to so many great independent developers, pushing boundaries and creating the future of games. And hey, that future looks pretty bright.
On the PSV.
But there are even more exciting console exclusives coming first to PlayStation. Check these out.
He doesn't care.
Nope.
He doesn't care enough.
I've seen these without a game before. It's a little retro.
Fuck is that?
Was it crickets?
Altered Beast. Yeah. So
Rise from your grave.
You know that game.
Orcas die?
Yeah, but it's not. I heard they're making like a fucking logo style, which is exciting.
It's not true.
It's on PC. Probably need to do this.
Jesus. Could you at least tell us what those games were?
I know.
No, we can't.
There's like
Those
two
are
that I
some
was
great
interested
games
in.
coming to
Nothing.
PlayStation in the future. But Gio, you might ask, what can you do for me today?
Ah, finally waking up. Just make it to the top of the Tower of Barbs. Hey, dude, you're a gamer, aren't you?
Just try it out.
Looks like things are about to get busy around
Feels like
here.
a Dark Souls clone.
Zipline, I was waiting for you. I forgot to mention.
Seen this
My
guy?
name is
Do you guys know what
Uncle
Manual Samuel is? It's basically a game where you make a deal with death.
They are body collectors.
That you can have your life back, but you have to live a whole day where literally everything, breathing, blinking, moving, is manually operated by you. But the whole time the death is a skateboarder, and he just over and over again he says, "Holy feces!" over and over again. It's so fucking annoying.
Is that this game?
Probably the greatest game ever made. Yeah.
It sounds like this game.
This game, let it die.
Congratulations!
It's just weird because that game is free to play, and it's like 25 gigs. So it's a game.
Well, we just saw Let It Die from Gung Ho and Grasshopper, and surprise,
Yeah, they
it's
obviously had
available
to-
for
they
free
cut a
for
deal with Sony or
PlayStation
something
users
for
in
that
North
one.
America and Europe today.
It's just weird.
Oh, they're not available in Japan, North America, and Europe.
But let's get some more instant gratification with a few more games that are out today.
Sounds like
As
me
we
on the
mentioned
intro.
earlier, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom
Gratification.
3 available today. Mother Russia Bleeds from Devolver Digital available
play this.
today. Garou, Mark of the Wolves from our friends at SNK
believe
on
it's
both
on-
PS4
It's been on PC though.
and
I was
Vita
thinking of that.
available today. And Surgeon Simulator Experience Reality for
Ooh.
PlayStation VR from Bossa Studios
VR.
available today.
We should do that.
And we've got one
Be weird.
more as a
It
surprise.
would be
from
better
our new
in
friends
like
at Square
a
Enix
Vive
Montreal.
VR than PlayStation VR because you have the little controllers
take
for
a
the
look.
hands.
It's been on Vive since Vive came out. I just haven't picked it up.
Tomb Raider?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not even. I don't even care. This is embarrassing.
Temple Run Raider.
Put that booty on any platform, someone will buy it.
From the guys who made Hitman Go, Lara Croft Go.
Lara Croft Go for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. All of these games are available on the PlayStation Store later today. Well, my friends, that about wraps it up for me.
Bye,
But on my
Felicia.
way out,
Get
I
the
have
fuck
one
outta here.
last hashtag building the list surprise for you. I'm excited we get to make some dreams come true with this. Dave Lang, this is your nightmare. And I look forward to hanging on the floor with all of you this weekend. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, no. With unique, like each character has like unique attributes, of course, but
Isn't this like a mini game that was in something? Super
It looks like a fucking mini game.
oh my god.
Man, this PlayStation experience is fucking dipping. It's like The Last of Us.
Please welcome to the stage,
Clearly that guy's
Assad
job was to
Kizeldash.
like show off things that were also
You guys
on
do
Vita,
it.
which is good because the Vita
Thank you.
needs titles.
First off, that is my real name. That is not a spell from Harry Potter. Let's just clear that up right now. You guys having a good time? You guys having a good time? All right. So a couple of weeks ago, we were thrilled to launch the next evolution in gaming with PlayStation VR. Any fans of PSVR here? Let me hear you.
Still the wrong country.
All right.
That's from.
Now the good news is,
Head
if you
boy.
haven't tried it yet,
No,
we
it's
have got
from,
tons of games
South
on the show
Africa.
floor that you guys can go
Shrimp on
out
the
and
Barbie?
try all this
Shrimp,
weekend.
yeah.
So definitely check them out.
Oh, it's in your head,
Now we had a
boy.
lot of great games
maybe that.
day one for launch, but we haven't stopped there. Thanks to our third-party partners, our indie developers, and our very own worldwide studios, we've got a ton of great games still in development. And I'm excited to announce one of those today. This is exclusive to PlayStation VR. It is by White Moon Dreams, and this is Star Blood Arena. Let's check it out.
Star Blood Arena.
Oh shit, some Reverend Horde Heat. The second military?
Reminds me of Descent.
Yeah, no, definitely is. It's VR though, so it'd be really interesting to be able to move like that. So VR games need those, like unlocks and shit.
Yeah.
Like, to feel like fucking games.
The hard part about advertising these games is they don't look like that when you're in VR.
Yeah, this looks like a
Yeah,
an
what do
okay
you guys
game,
think?
but in VR
Pretty cool?
elevates
It is such an amazing game. It's so much fun. There is no place to hide in that game. You've got to try it out. It's on the show floor playable, so make sure you check it out and get those trigger fingers going. Now, let's check out all the other great games coming to PlayStation VR.
all 10 trigger fingers. Just the one. When's it coming
That's
out?
good. It'd be nice to play like a proper shooter. Stuff like that though is gonna be great in VR.
Something's happening.
Like any like God Sim type game or anything like that.
I have a couple games in the live that are kind of like RTS-like, and it works really well. It's almost like you're looking at like a landing board or something like that.
But just like think of like black and white where you have your hand, you're making motions, except for now you're there.
Black and white could totally be remade.
That was on the demo, right?
I actually really liked it. I just want the price to go down.
Amazing. Great. Such variety and creativity. Isn't it such a great time to be a gamer, right? Amazing.
No, it's awful. It's
So
just
as you
too
can see,
many
we've got
games
great
in my
games
wallet.
coming to
It's pissed.
PSVR. We've also
I
got,
don't
as
have
you've
time
seen
for
today,
any of
some
them.
great fan-favorite
I
games.
just buy the game,
coming
play for
to
5 minutes, I'm like,
PS4.
that was good. Now it's
Like this
on to the next
next
one.
game, this brutally challenging game by the great team from Kyo Tecmo Team Ninja.
I straight up.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Yes. What am I talking about? You guys know?
I straight up didn't
Yeah,
buy fucking
it's
Watch
the
Dogs 2,
amazing
man.
Neo. And we got a
Time.
brand new trailer just for you guys. Let's check it out.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, new spirit.
I don't want to get past the part where it just keeps summoning the same guy over and over again. He keeps killing them.
That was a chain weapon. Did you see that?
Yes, cool stuff.
I'm excited for a chain weapon.
This game looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks bitchin'.
I'm just gonna watch the you guys play it because I also think it looks cool, but I know I
God, chain comma.
Why? It's not even scary. Dark Souls. Josh,
Very-
you know that.
Very Dark Souls classic though.
Who?
Yeah, in gameplay, not in atmosphere.
Outstanding.
Dark Souls
Such a
literally
great
just trying
game.
to freak you the fuck out.
So Neo is also playable on the show floor. It's playable on PlayStation 4 Pro. It's
Give me
looking
that comma.
absolutely stunning. So definitely check it out. All right, so now we're going to change gears a little bit. We are going to talk about baseball. That's right. Only at
Fast
PSX
forward.
will you get a British guy on stage
Yeah.
talking about baseball.
I'm very excited about this game.
I wanted to talk about
At least
cricket,
I'm
but
not
we don't
even
have
joking.
5 days
10
to
out of
spare,
10.
really, so.
Dude.
Cody's in here.
So our very own
Meter.
San Diego Studios has been making
This
the
game is
best
sick, man. It's
baseball
got King
game for
Griffey
over
Jr.
10
on the fucking
years.
cover.
And it keeps getting
Y'all
better.
motherfuckers know King
And this
Griffey
year,
Jr.
we were
used to watch
thrilled
baseball when
to
you
have a
played.
legend on the cover for the first
Riptide.
time. We're talking about, obviously, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Phenomenal. So we've talked a lot about the show 17, but now
So far,
here's
he
your
is
very
the
first look at the game
best
itself.
stage
Let's roll the video.
person.
No, I miss Kevin Smith. I wish he could come back to keep talking about that fucking calculator he had in his hand.
A game of dreams.
I'm excited about this game.
Choices.
Yeah, Coach Cairo. He's my favorite coach.
Only because, okay, so
Sounds like a
The last
play
one
game.
was supposed to be
it was sick. It was
Really good.
it was great, but the one thing that was missing was character animations, which like you got most of them, and this one
Is he playing again?
No,
No.
Okay.
it's just like a story. He just got inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Gotcha.
But it's more about that because when you play like a sports game now, it's like you can play any game. Well, because I guess not because there's only one or two like football or baseball games, but now it's which I think
Fuck.
this is cool.
Oh,
That's
retro.
a mini game, yeah.
So I'd play that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's sad.
But it's, yeah.
What was the sad part about that? I was like, oh, it reminds me of the old ones.
But it's like
That's
now you
right.
play these games
Retro
like you
mode
want
coming
like
to the
people
show
who play
at
sports
17.
games. It's like you want to
It's paying
replicate
homage
like
to gaming of old. It is
players
awesome,
that
and
you
the good
like.
news
So
is
it's like the
that
more
is playable
realistic it
this
looks, the
weekend
more you want to play.
at PSX. So head over to the MLB booth. You can't miss it. It's this massive bar. You can buy some drinks. You can play the show 16, and you can play retro mode from the show 17.
A
Absolutely
weird
fantastic.
sports game in a bar?
So,
Surprise,
in my role, I'm
surprise.
so lucky
Sounds
to be able
like-
to work with some of the most talented, most creative developers in the world. And this next team are one of the best. I'm talking about Guerrilla Games. Yeah? Give it up for Guerrilla, let me hear you. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be PlayStation's next big blockbuster franchise. You guys looking forward to Horizon? Yeah. You don't have long to wait. A couple more weeks. It's coming out end of February. But I'm excited today to show you a brand new
There's no
trailer
downtime.
foreseen
Not
just for
anymore.
you guys.
Slow
Let's check out the
seasons don't
amazing
exist anymore.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Sucks.
A month where I buy like 2 games is the slow season.
Let me tell you what's out there. Vast reaches of
I'm
wilderness,
stoked for this game though.
untamed.
Definitely new and
A rugged domain,
different. I mean,
majestic, but lethal. It belongs to them. The machines. The steel beasts who rule these lands.
Question. I was thinking about this earlier. What do the people eat in this game?
Buried beneath its crumbling ruins.
There's still wildlife.
If you hunt these wilds, no matter how skilled you are, no matter how clever, you will become the hunted.
I swore
Can you brave that challenge?
when they showed the gameplay,
Can you pass that
was
test?
that there was also actual wildlife in the game.
You have
ever seen
to
like
make
birds or something?
the kill. Only then
Probably grow food too. Right? It's all vegetarian.
Well, I'm sure that's primarily
secrets of the
This is a weird question.
Game's broken now.
I mean, you showed me that dude with the vegan body.
That is my body.
They can survive.
There's like no one clapping.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tight shirt.
Seriously, welcome my friends to the show that never ends. It's been a great morning, and I want to just express
Make that much
our
money, I don't
appreciation to
care.
each and every one of
Yeah,
you
probably true.
for coming here to Anaheim for this weekend to
Should
spend
care a
with
little
us.
bit.
It's been an
Smart
amazing year
Under Armour.
for PlayStation,
And
we
let's keep 'em
thank
safe.
you.
Tight shirt.
There you go. And we couldn't be happier than to be spending these 2 days with all of you and celebrating everything we've done
so much
in the
money
game
on
business, everything we've come together. The
Go
PlayStation
home and just
Nation is so
lay in his
powerful.
hot tub of cash.
He needs to go spend some money on a fucking better fitting shirt.
So,
Can't be that much.
hey, thank you. Love you too. So please stay tuned. Okay, we have. Please stay tuned to the show. We have an update. There's secret panels that we haven't announced yet. So clue into that. Download the app onto your phones so you can see where everything's happening.
Yeah, this is a
And
12-hour
now
event
we've
today
had some
at the convention
amazing
center in Anaheim,
content.
and then there's
The guys come up and came and shared
another
that with
day
you. But
of it too. So
Jesus.
it's literally an event you can like, buy a ticket and go to.
there's one more special unveil we have for you tonight. The game is in early development, super early, but the team behind it wanted to share this with you guys today. So
them not
this is from
repeating
their
No Man's Sky.
updated engine
This is early
running on
development.
PS4. All I'm going to say is thank you for coming. Please enjoy.
This is the reveal trailer for the new Sonic Boom, right?
Yeah.
The one we've all been waiting for.
Except for they didn't have to give a warning for this game. But
Most anticipated game of 2017, 18, 19.
whatever year it comes out.
Whenever the
I
fuck
just
it
like
comes
the
out.
creepy ass like screaming and like the
I like the screaming.
yeah the crowd shit is happening like in the no I mean real no I'm just like I know that's part of the thing but
Huh, I already have chills. I haven't seen shit.
This was like an old man when I first watched it. I was like, man, those hands, old man hands.
They've been through a lot.
That's them showing off mocap. They're just like, look how good we are.
No, they're. Ugh.
And her tattoos.
Oh, that's out of tune.
Sounds great.
It's got quite the ear. Tune that shit up real tight, real quick.
I walk through the valley with the shadow of death, and I fear no evil.
This whole thing's just showing off.
Blind to it all in my mind. My gun, they comfort me. 'Cause I know I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on
on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul. But I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. No, I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong.
What are you doing, kiddo? You really gonna go through with this?
I'm gonna find and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Oh my god.
It's good, you know. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Sonic Boom's looking great.
Another.
I like the way they remodeled, made Knuckles look playing guitar.
thought that was Rouge. Too skinny.
I love that in The Last of Us, he was like, "Oh, when this is all over, I'll teach you how to play guitar." Blah blah blah. And
yeah,
I think it's fucking crazy. And sorry for anyone watching this. You gotta look at this guy, tight shirt. But we're gonna keep it here for a second.
Look at him now.
It's scary that she's in there playing guitar or whatever, and there's just dead people everywhere. You know, she killed them.
Blood running down her face. And
She
everything.
she killed all those guys.
The chick in the bathroom looked a lot like.
Was it a chick?
I thought it was a dude.
No, it was a dude.
It looked like a chick to me.
Like a dude.
What were you saying?
Looked a lot like the chick they started out with. Fuck, I can't remember her name.
I've heard her name too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, we can replay it back. Not now, but go back. It looked like a chick.
Dude, we can do whatever you want.
It's the power of recording.
But I can't
That's a chick. Is it? That's definitely a chick.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. But
I
just
wasn't looking
glance,
at that. Just to
it just looked like, I don't know. I mean, if that's directly going to be a part of the storyline, but it reminded me of that chick when it first started, whatever, like sacrificed herself, whatever. She got bit, but
Well, and then obviously they didn't show it, but she was shot up. But
yeah.
At this point, she'd been infected if she.
Oh
lived,
yeah, no.
So.
That's, I'm not saying it's her, but that reminded me.
The one thing I was gonna bring up though, that's also super exciting, is you tell by looking at it. The last game was designed with the last console in mind. This isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Uncharted 4 is an amazing looking game on PS4, but this is going to be made later, and with what they've probably learned on making an engine for PS4, so I'm glad they waited on this game. Because, huge Naughty Dog fan, and I love Uncharted, but Last of Us I like more. I remember the first time I ever played Last of Us, the very beginning, first 20 minutes into it, when I was playing like in front of you guys and stuff like that, I literally said, "This is one of my favorite games ever made," and I hadn't even beaten the game yet.
But I also think
I'd played it for 20 minutes.
I'm into it too, but I also wish. I mean, obviously they couldn't. But it's one of those games where you could have just left it at that game, and it would have.
What's the interesting thing is they said if they did make a sequel, they were going to make it maybe with other characters in mind in the universe. Which is interesting because when they said that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. If you want to end where Last of Us ended, it worked perfectly, ending it there and carrying on. And as much as I was like, that's cool, I like that idea. It makes complete sense, do that. You know, their story doesn't need to be told any further. As soon as it showed them again, though, I don't care. I want to see them again.
I'm opposite.
Really?
I mean, seeing this, I'm like, I probably brought up a little bit earlier, I'm like, it seems so different though. It almost seems too different. This is obviously very early. How Ellie is now and it's like I
Did you
don't
play
know
the
if I
standalone?
like. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Standalone. You mean the DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play it by itself.
Oh yeah. And I like that, but that's before. That's before.
It is, but I'm just saying, like, maybe give you a wider scope on her character.
Sure.
She's also older, and she's also the main character in this one.
Oh yeah.
She's also definitely not just slightly older, though. She looks quite a bit older.
She's like 19 or something like that. And that's what they said.
Because she doesn't look a little like 2 years older. She looks quite a bit older, and even though it's not showing him, he looks like he's older, like quite a bit from the side. He looks like almost like an older man. He's already kind of older anyway. But
I think we're getting. I'm just gonna guess, but he's gonna go the way of Walking Dead season 1 game.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say after the trailer,
Lee?
he's dying.
He's dead.
He's dying in that fucking game.
Yeah.
He almost died in the first game. Spoiler alert. And
it's been a while. You
That's
should have
probably
played it by
goddamn
now.
he's right there, so they know. But I'm saying I don't want to talk too much about it. But given his age and how it's probably gonna be more about her or whatever, I feel like we're gonna get some really.
I'm excited to continue the story, but like I said, I'm just very, I'm very content on the first game, and I'm like, it could have ended there, and I would have been fine. But they can't leave it alone. They can't leave shit like that alone, which I get.
Well, I was skeptical as soon as they said they weren't going to continue it, because I was like, that makes sense. That'd be cool if they didn't. But I was like, there's no fucking way. It was too.
But that's, it'd be
successful.
Like, I don't know. It'd be like, it's not like Uncharted. It's not like a game that it's not like it's Uncharted to me is like Indiana Jones.
It's like
so it's like you can just continue.
Sure, but like, this is going to be a weird example, but the original Star Wars was made with the intent of being its own thing, and then they made another one, and people could have probably argued, oh, they don't need another one, and now look.
The first movie didn't need another one. It was made with the beginning and end.
But I get it. It's like there's so much lore that you can't.
But and I get completely where you're coming
so
from.
much
Absolutely.
backstory
But you're not even remotely slightly curious about
I am.
where Joel and Ellie have
I'm-
gone and what they're doing.
What she's like, because at this point, obviously it's years later. It's not.
Dude, you remember the ending of Last of Us? Like, that was so
Oh, yeah.
fucking great.
I've beaten that game like 5 times.
It's so
man.
fucking amazing. Like, you could leave it at that, and I would be completely content.
But you're saying I would be, and I also would be.
No,
as
I'm
well.
just saying.
I'm
I
just
would-
saying,
yeah.
like, I love those two characters so fucking much. To see them return is awesome, and not even like a video game level, but like cinematic level. Like these characters, I fucking love them.
Yeah.
And they're dynamic.
And they're
I
still
wanna
even thinking
see
about
them.
making a movie out of it.
And that's the part where I'm like, we don't need that. They already
Yeah.
made that fucking movie, and they're not going to be able to remake.
No,
that.
I'm very interested. And like what you brought up earlier, actually, when we were talking about it, was like it's gonna be like revenge.
Which I'm a sucker
yeah,
for.
which is fucking
I love
sick.
revenge
For sure.
stories.
If it's like that, obviously, which is looking like, that could be cool. But
I'm speculating.
I don't want it to taint away from the first game because
I don't think it's gonna.
I think the first game
is like the first game to make me tear up in years.
I teared up like 4 times in that fucking game.
I mean,
On
that ending
repeat
part,
plays.
he's lying to her. I'm like, oh. So good.
And those concerns are valid, absolutely. But with Naughty Dog, I have no fucking doubts because they haven't fucked up.
Even though the ending to Uncharted 4 was,
I got it, but it could have been better for sure.
I was like,
But,
Nathan Drake is fucking done. I know he is from the beginning of that game.
Spoilers.
That's the thing though, is with what was expected in Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
And we didn't get that, which sounds awful because nobody wants that.
No.
But it would have been like the hero's ending. They're definitely going to give us that.
But I just hope they don't do
Uncharted.
that. The
Last of Us.
fact of fan service. I mean, if they're gonna go all out, they need to go all out. Like you said, Joel's dying in this game, probably.
The thing too though is like, I'm not gonna say spoiler anymore. Like obviously we've already said enough, so hang out if you don't care or you play the games. But another thing too is like we saw this evolving character in Joel in the first game. And I'm with you. If they ended it there, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like, oh, I really want a sequel. Because I wasn't even thinking about them carrying on. But now that I know they're coming back, there was elements of Joel that I was seeing towards the end of that game that I want to see him like that more expanded in this.
Sure.
Towards the end of that game, he's like torturing dudes, doing like gnarly shit to get what the fuck he wants.
Like has nightmares about.
Exactly.
Mention a little bit,
which was cool. Like you see this element of him unlocking, and you're like, this is a fucking dirty motherfucker.
This is how he survived.
This is a son of a bitch. This is a bastard right here. Fucking who will do whatever the fuck he has to.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see him a little more leashed in this game.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, I was thinking that you were going to go the opposite. You're saying that he's going to be more of like the
reserve.
Yeah, like fatherly guy now.
I would
Just
say
after that whole
for
thing.
sure.
I don't think like, but Unleashed though, because it's like after the first game, he is not that guy anymore. Other than like to save her.
He absolutely is that dude.
He is, but to save her. But after that, he's like lying to her and being like, "Oh, you know."
That person doesn't go away though. It
That's
just
I know that, but I just think I would think it would be more like at this point is to protect her. Obviously, we don't know. There's a lot that goes on.
That's the thing.
After
that's
that,
the thing in the game though is we're implied his past is fucking crazy, and he is living this low key for his lifestyle.
Sure.
And he's brought into this situation he doesn't want to fucking be a part of.
Yeah.
And then he starts caring about Ellie.
Yeah.
And then when he does start allowing himself to care about her and things happen towards her, that's the thing about his character. He's not a good guy.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
Joel's a horrible fucking dude. And that's what I love about him. Because as soon as now he's becoming selfish, he damned the fucking world.
Yeah.
A cure. For his own selfish reasons. He's a fucking horrible person.
Yeah.
He killed these doctors who were trying to save everyone.
Humanity, yeah.
For himself. To protect her because he gave a fuck.
But it
maybe. But he still made that decision based off
chance.
that.
Sure. He said, I don't care.
No. Exactly. He's like, no, this is fucking, she's not dying.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Yeah.
If you played how I did, I killed the fuck out of all of them.
Yeah, me too.
And at the end, he still is lying to her.
Yeah.
About what the fuck happened.
I so got that scene. She's just like, okay. You're like,
because she knows. She knows. Exactly. So there's nothing to imply that he's going to be more restrained. Like he's still.
No, and
I think he's back on track with who he was before, but there's going to be a higher focus with her. He's going to be like that.
He'll be overarching.
God, when did that game come out?
2013.
Fuck. It's crazy.
But he's going to be the overarching guidance person. You know, she's going to start going into places that are going to be darker for her. You already see it in the trailer.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be kind of concerned because he's been there. He's done that.
Oh, she's been killing people.
But at the same time, that's the world they live in, so he's going to have to back her on that. I'm speculating a lot, but this is how much those characters spoke to me in that fucking game.
See, I haven't played the first one, but for what I get from this trailer is that she is going down the same path from what you've explained that he has gone down.
Yep.
But what happens usually in these kind of like parent offspring style roles is that the offspring starts to mimic what the parent does, and they go beyond that, and the parent starts to realize like, oh shit, this is getting bad. So they start to reel back from their own behaviors and try to curb their child's behaviors as well. So I feel like what's going to happen is she's going to be on this, like we said, revenge style path, and he's going to be, like he said, he's like, are you sure you want to do this? He's going to be the voice.
This is a Luke Vader situation going on.
He's going to be the voice of reasoning to her, trying to like, okay, well, this is what, I don't think you should do this. Are you sure you want to do this? I've gone through this. I don't think you should go through this type thing.
Remind me one of these days when we have free time to make you sit and set
Well, you have a PlayStation, or you just get you. I mean, we have remastered, so.
And that's definitely going to be a factor, but The Last of Us, one of the things that's great about its writing is the characters are not one-dimensional. They don't follow specific paths. They have arcs to them, but they're deeper. Joel, like I said, a lot of people view this guy as a badass, and he is. A lot of people view him as a hero, and in some ways he is. But a lot of things that people don't talk about is he's a fucking shitty dude that will do horrible things to people to get what he wants.
For what he needs. Yeah.
That's what I love about him. It's dark as fuck. There's so many dimensions to him. And there's so many dimensions to Ellie as well. And I think we're going to see a lot more of her evolving from the world that she's growing up in, especially ever since she left the cities or whatever. I mean, at the end, they're going back to his brother's place now. They're out here fucking shooting people and shit. What happened there? what happened to that fucking town they're living at to make them leave. Obviously, you can speculate all day, but I'm just excited to see what's driving these characters, and I want to see more of their dynamic because I think
and it's a teaser. Exactly what that is. It's not directly. Exactly. I mean, obviously the character.
It's an announcement and a tech demo.
But like I said, I just want to see more of them together because I think they are one of the most interesting duos in anything.
Sure.
In a long time.
And not to compare them too closely, but that was a good year for that because that was even when we got Elizabeth and Booker as well.
Yep.
Which was a good combo as well.
Not as good as them.
Not as good as them.
But good for sure.
Yeah.
So. And that game had a great ending. Yeah. It was a good Last of Us talk. What do you think that is? What are you guys' opinions on PlayStation experience as a whole?
Pretty much played out like I thought it would. I mean, there's a lot of like, obviously cool shit that we wanted to see, but there's also a lot of just fucking...
A lot of Vita.
A lot of mash shit. Oh my god. I still have that shit. It's somewhere.
Remember,
I don't know
this
where
is
it's
coming
at.
out
It's there.
for PlayStation 2 and Vita.
Like how's PS2?
It's coming out for the PlayStation...
Yakuza.
PSX, the Yakuza system, and the Vita.
But yeah, it was just a lot of mashing, and I knew a lot of just... It's just...
Sony said I could pick 3 things off the dollar menu at McDonald's if I tell you to buy things for this Vita. And I'm hungry. Look at me.
And that's it. That's yeah. If I could play Crash remastered shit on my Vita, I'll be happy.
You know what I love about the whole presentation though is it starts with Naughty Dog, ends with Naughty Dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Like it's a great way to begin and end.
I'm so interested on that aspect of it with the gameplay and how big of a game that's actually going to be or standalone.
I thought the show as a whole was okay, but I thought it had some really good gems throughout it.
It isn't okay as for what they offered in presentation, but there are some huge announcements on it.
Xbox.
I was a little disappointed not to see a little more God of War.
Yeah,
and
Final Fantasy.
And no Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah,
or Kingdom Hearts 3. One of them would have been fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying give me a full fucking trailer. Just
show us what you got.
Still working on them, right? So.
But as far as like teasing something,
well, just a little bit. I don't want to see too much because I want to play the game, obviously, and I want a full trailer, like maybe a month before the game comes out, type of thing. But they showed a teaser. It's been 2 years now for Final Fantasy 7. And Kingdom Hearts 3, I guess they technically kind of showed off a pinch of it at
That
E3.
shit would have fucking... I mean, like, this alone, Last of Us is huge. But can you imagine if they fucking showed off some Final Fantasy 7 and Kingdom Hearts? Oh my God. Like, it would have just elevated it even more. Like,
yeah. And those are nitpicks. I mean, I think... Square not showing a bunch of stuff, whatever, is not super big deal. But I'm weirded out that they didn't show any God of War. So
yeah, especially with how much they showed off at E3.
Yeah, and then they could have almost
like a 15-minute game or engine.
There was gameplay stuff they're showing off. So, I mean, they could have just made a cinematic teaser for this even. So, but that's just a nitpick. It was a decent show. This obviously made it worth it, though.
Definitely, it's funny because I kept jokingly saying like, oh, hopefully they announce Last of Us 2. I didn't think they were actually gonna do it, and then when they did, I'm like, I wasn't even like, oh, called it. I was like, yes, there it is.
Yeah.
Chris,
I wasn't super impressed by it. There was a few games here and there that seemed really neat as far as new games go. Most of the games I'm interested in are just remastered versions of old games.
Yeah.
A lot of the indie games just seem kind of like weird third-party indie games to me. They don't seem super compelling.
Yeah, the 2 games you got most excited about were Crash Bandicoot and that. Yeah.
Fucking.
Fair, it's fair. I mean, I'm just really surprised you're just not like, just so excited about Knack 2.
Oh yeah, because I totally own the first one.
No one does. Except for that Vita guy. I'm sure someone gave him a cheeseburger for that.
I wish I would have bought that game when I first bought PlayStation.
Neo, for sure.
Neo's not exciting for me though, just because I'm gonna buy it. Like I'm already sold on it. I'm like, cool. It's reaffirming the thing I already gonna get. Whereas like, announcements like, or seeing Crash Bandicoot's exciting because like I haven't really seen a whole lot. I saw a picture. Seeing it in motion was kind of neat. So
yeah. No, and announcements is cool. I am excited they are doing some. As much as people like to bitch about them, like, oh, they're just re-releasing their old stuff. Well, some of the stuff they're releasing has been gone a very long time.
Well, that Wipeout HD is not like an up-resed reskin. It's a completely remade HD version of Wipeout.
Crash Bandicoot game is like a smooth-looking game, and people need to also realize, especially like in our age bracket, there's a generation of gamers right now. This is their first console. They didn't play those games.
Yeah.
Now they're getting an opportunity. So I don't think it's ever a bad thing to remaster stuff, as long as you are also making AAA titles, which you've seen things like Last of Us and God of War. They are still making AAA titles for now, while also introducing a taste of the old. So, and I think that's great.
That's a funny way to look at it, because it's always just like, well, yeah, with those kind of things, it's like, well, us, but it's like people who didn't get to play those games.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a...
Well, they might even have heard of like Crash Bandicoot, but like they look back at it and the graphics, and it's for us looking back at like an Atari game.
Exactly.
Well, like,
yeah,
that
you
doesn't
can't
really mean much to me.
Playing games like that now, you can't go back and play.
Yeah.
Crash on PlayStation 1.
Well, it's just like I can go back and play Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
But I also have nostalgia glasses on while playing.
Well, just like when like older dudes than me are like talking about like back when they played like Pac-Man and like fucking
Donkey Kong,
Space
Invaders, shit like that. That does nothing for
Asteroids,
me.
bro.
Does nothing. I don't even think that shit's fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I don't think it's fun at all. I will not go back and play that shit. But they played it when it came out, and they still have an affinity for it, just like we do.
Yeah.
And just like newer generations of gamers are they might find that accessible, but for the most part, probably not. So to remake them for people nowadays, not only is it fun for us to revisit those things with better graphics, but for people who didn't get to play those.
Yo, bro, I could play Space Invaders on Facebook now, so challenge my friends.
You can probably play it on a fucking calculator watch.
Yeah.
I spend less time on Facebook as I can. I'm not trying to play Space Invaders on there.
I would say a good example of that mentality, though, is the continuation of the Pokemon franchise, because they have this nostalgia for the old, the old players and systems that are complicated enough for them to continue wanting to play it, but it also keeps it available for upcoming generations to get into it and play it. So I just think that's another good example of catering to two audiences, and I think Sony is doing that by doing those remasters and still making new games at the same time.
Yeah. All right. So overall, decent presentation with some big highlights.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, I think it's gonna do it for this Tasty Cast. Let us know in the comments, what did you see that was exciting?
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, of course. But anything else strike your fancy? Were you excited for Loco Roco? Or Patapon, whatever the fuck that's called. I don't know what the hell that is. Let us know. But that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chris.
I'm Cody.
I'm Chevy.
Make sure to play Witcher 3. Come back. Well, actually, we're doing this early, so stick around this week. I don't know what the fuck we're going to release. It's weird. But yeah.
It's anarchy.
It's fucking, it's crazy. But yeah, have a great week, guys. Stay tuned for new episodes coming out this week. And until then, take it easy, guys.